Best not miss. doing this. Fuck. Shout out to all of my day ones and my stay ones. Let me see. I think I know why this keeps doing this. But listen, I wanted to send a shout out to all of my people, my people who support the show. I definitely listen. Lena over here, before I even get it out of my mouth, good. Shout out to my girl Lena. Ever since Lena been rocking with us, she been rocking with us. Like on some like, right? And this is what I was gonna say, man. I really respect you guys because there's probably been a time in my life to where I didn't understand the significance of supporting things that I benefited from and things like that. And I would probably, just lay in the cut and never support things like that. But as I grew up, I understood that the people, when you support people, they tend to be grateful for it and things like that. So listen, I acknowledge who you guys are. I really rock with you guys. We're about to take our platform to a place where those numbers that we're supposed to have, we see it increasing already. We had 2 months ago, we had, I think 16,000 subscribers. We're about to touch 20 now, right? So I appreciate all of you guys. I appreciate those of you who go out of your way. You don't have to support the show, but you do. You figure out a way. How do I support the show? How do I work this technology? And you get it in. So I definitely appreciate you guys for keeping this thing going. Already know what it is. Hey, Ether, listen, we on it. We on it, bro. If there's anybody who could read my mind, it'd be my bro, Ether. Yeah, hey, talk that talk, Ether. But listen, I'm going to be honest with you. Hold on. What? My girl over here on YouTube? Oh, hold on. Not my girl like in my Mika. That's mine's. Listen, just going to start the show off. We're going to go ahead and kick this thing off. Oh, let me see. Can you guys hear that fan? Yeah, I think you can. Hey, listen, the show's going to start off with heat. I'm going to tell you guys like this. Our kids off limit. When it comes to beef, our kids off limits. My answer may cause me to lose some supporters. That's fine too. But I'm going to tell you guys like this. You know why America is the most feared country in the world? Because of the examples that they have laid out. What they have done has caused people to think not once, not 2 times, but 5 times before crossing America. Right? And I believe in that. I don't care what you say. Unfollow me if you don't like what I said. I mean that. Myself, when my name was really hitting across the internet, I spoke to my children. I said, listen, some of the things that I say, some people don't like them. And, some people may try to dig deep, and try to find out who my mother is and who this is. And, somebody might find an old school photo of you and this and this and that. You know what my children said? We're not tripping on that, Dad. Do your thing. You're not off limits. Who the hell do you think you are? But listen, we're going to go ahead and get into this thing so that we can further elaborate on this. We're going to go ahead and get into this thing. For those of you who don't know, we are rocking out on Facebook. We're rocking out on TikTok and YouTube. If you want the full experience, come on over here to YouTube.
Okay. I'm heartbroken. I really am. In shambles, 100%. I'm in shambles. I'm in shambles. I am 100% in shambles.
As we all know by now,
Okay. I'm heartbroken. I really am. in shambles, 100%. I'm in shambles. I'm in shambles. I am 100% in shambles.
As we all know by now, Corey Holcomb decided to really take Anton Daniels' wife and daughter through the mud. And Anton Daniels has officially responded to what happened.
My focus right now is trying to figure out the psychological damage, impact, and trauma that has been done to my daughter.
Listen, this is lawsuit talk. You know how we know that this is lawsuit talk? Do you guys know what came along with the world net? Do you know what it takes to be traumatized these days? These people are desensitized. Do you know what it takes to rattle somebody these days? And I'm not saying his daughter, but if we're going to be honest, she'll be over this in 30 days, if any repercussions, if any ramifications occurred throughout this. That girl, listen, to be honest, Anton is big to people who are on YouTube. Anton's not a celebrity. Anton's been on Fox News once. You think college kids are talking about Anton Daniels? See, we get caught up in this mindset sometimes thinking like that. Anton Daniels is big to people who wish that they were in his position, right? Anton Daniels does not even typically have the talking points that interest college kids or even kids in the streets. He's a political commentator for the most part. Of course, he also talks about black people. But the truth of the matter is, how many college students do you think are telling his daughter, ooh, hoo, right? Who even knows who Anton Daniels is in college? Who? That's how you know that this is attorney talk. Oops.
Responded to what happened.
My focus right now is trying to figure out the psychological damage, impact, and trauma that has been done to my daughter.
Sylvia not having it.
Pulling her out of school, early therapy, making sure that she is protected, trying to see what the fallout will be as far as her having to be removed from some of her competitions because of a lot of different things.
Anton, why are you lying? Why are you lying? Listen, we're going to go ahead. Hell, you guys know me. If we're going to go ahead and touch this thing, then we're going to go ahead and touch this thing. There's no need in dancing around any of it. Turbulence, people. If you were so concerned about your daughter ever being affected by your online presence, let's hypothetically suggest that your daughter loves her mom. Let's hypothetically suggest that. If you were really, really as concerned as you're sounding by the poise and by the sound of your voice and the dismay and the, right? Why didn't you have that same concern about your daughter, who probably loves her mom, seeing her dad online talking about, I got hoes? Even though the woman I love, my mother, is married to this man. I got hoes. And this is my mistress. This is my Mika. That's mine's right there. Are you really that concerned about what your online presence does to your daughter? Because I think it should be the exact opposite. I think that you should have been more careful about how those things that you said, how you disrespected that young lady's mother. I think, and see, this is why it's hard to take him serious. Me, I don't give a, listen to me. I am more concerned. My children are beautiful by the grace of God. Gorgeous, to be honest. I'm not just saying that. You guys know me. I tell you, one of them has a cock eye and I can't stand that BS. I am more concerned that my children never see me online disrespecting their mom than I am a picture of them getting put up. Because you know what I'll do to my children? As my daughter is crying, like, but Dad, they were making fun of me. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start you a LLC. Here's what I want you to do. All of the anger that you have in you right now, all of the hurt that you have in you right now, we're going to call this thing Blow Pops. I'm going to get you an online account at a wholesale store. We are going to put your own trademark on lollipops, on assorted types of candies, and we're going to push them all through the net. Baby, the best revenge is high-level success. That's it. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you guys. My mom is down here every night. My mom will tell you I'm not exaggerating one bit. Hey, stop all those damn tears. Are you weak? That's me. Okay, I'm on the public spotlight every day. They make fun of me. They say your hair is thin and Stacy. They say, look at his eye, right? If I can deal with it, you can deal with it. If I thrust myself, you are a spawn of me. You come off of my loins. You are my lineage. If I can take it, you can take it. Win, win, win. But guess what I can't fix? Them seeing me treat their mom like a side hoe of mine's online. I can't fix that. Somebody tell me what I'll say about that. Hey, I know I be treating your mom. I know I be having other hoes and stuff like that online, and I be, this girl right here. It seems like I'm having an affair with her, but overlook that. You see, one is worse than the other. So how is it that in this instance you're overly concerned about what your online activities do to how they affect your daughter? You're not concerned about how your online activities affect your daughter. I don't believe he is in the least bit, because he wouldn't be up there every single day shredding black people to pieces. Forget what Corey Holcomb said. I think Anton was expecting something like this a long time ago, because I was, and it happened to me. Girl tried to expose me. She couldn't do nothing but say, I'm not going to lie. His wife is beautiful. I don't know why she's with him. Listen, there's no dirt on me. There is no dirt anywhere online about me. There is no dirt anywhere offline about me. The things that I've done that we should be ashamed of ourselves for doing, hell, the black community would give me praise for it, unfortunately, right? But I prepared myself for this. I knew that I couldn't get up here and critique people at high levels without somebody spending money like I would do. I would pay my hard-earned money to dig in your past. So if Anton is as smart as he acts like he is, then you should have knew this. You're acting all shocked that somebody came for your daughter. You put your wife on the internet trying to make us believe that you're a KILer. I don't know. I don't know if he's ever taken anybody's life. You're humiliating your family is not beneath you. That was very humiliating of that woman. It's like she was reading a script. I don't know if he's ever took anybody's life, but I know he's capable of it. You guys just don't know. I've seen a side of him that who the hell does that? How come he didn't take the life of that white man that was disrespecting him in that coffee shop? He offered Corey. I was talking to my girl last night. He was talking about Corey Holcomb and taking him outside, but he didn't take the white guy outside. See, this is what I'm telling you guys. That's exactly what Corey was talking about. What smoke do you have for the white male? None. It's all good, though. Let's get to it.
Things including online bullying and psychological damage.
Now, according to Anton Daniels, his daughter is underage. She is an athlete.
Listen, hold on.
I do know that about her, that she was already.
Hold on. Who is that? My bro said Corey has been clowning kids his whole career. His own kids. Talking about sucking. Right? I seen my daughter over there, you know what I mean? She was shaking the bottle after just shooting milk all over her face. I said, you just like your damn mama. He does his own kids. Who the hell you think you are? He publicly talks about it. The one kid he has, it disrespected him. Listen, it's absolutely insane that you think I will destroy my own child, but I won't come for yours. I don't think kids are off limits. It's harsh. That's bad of me to say. It's unfortunate. Let me rephrase that. According to the way the world, I wish it wasn't like that. I'll put it that way. I wish it wasn't like that, but according to the way the world works, it's not wrong. Look at what America does. They drop bombs on hospitals. The things that America has done is the very thing that has people thinking 5 and 10 times before attacking Americans in other countries. So you guys don't know, but this very same barbaric behavior, you benefit from it in your everyday lives. Do you know America is the most hated country in the world? Do you know how many terrorists would love to come over here and do something? But America has shown if you take a knife out and you cut an American citizen, we will go drop a bomb on an embassy over there. If you kidnap 2 Americans, we will go obliterate a hospital over there. And it works. It's bad, but it works. Let's go.
Applying to colleges and things like that. And so what happened was when Corey Holcomb displayed her on his show, the daughter obviously found out about it. It was obvious.
I'm sorry. I'm going to minimize how much I pause this. I want you guys to get a good show. But I want to address Sylvia. Listen to what Sylvia said. This is my girl. Sylvia says Corey was but F-U-C-K hurt about what AD had said about sucking his pickle. This is why he didn't let... Sweetheart. Do you know how many men have lost their lives for saying that to a man? Fellas, let's do it like this. Fellas, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is it to tell another man to suck your thing? Watch this, Sylvia. Watch this. 10 meaning it could lead to high-level GUN violence. On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is it to tell another man, especially a black man, to suck your junk? Watch this, Sylvia. Look, 10, 10 plus, 1,000. It's what I'm telling you. See, and I know men and women are different and you guys don't understand the extent of us, but we don't play that. Listen, I'm going to tell you ladies too, depending on the circumstance, if your man is with you and he'll let another man tell him, suck my, sweetie, you don't have a protector. Depending on the circumstances, if a grown man will let that fly, I just don't know what to say. Like, I have things going for myself. Ooh, it'd be hard for me to let that go. Suck my... In the man world, I don't know if there's anything worse. And actually, there isn't. Outside of putting your hands on me or a loved one, that's the next biggest thing that you can do. Suck my... Look, she talked like Corey was tripping for not being able to let that go. Real men can't let that. Masculine men can't let that go. Because there's no other form of disrespect that you can push our way outside of some form of violence that is worse than that.
He hurt about it, according to Anton Daniels. I don't think he has any reason to lie about that. And so the daughter was breaking down that. And so what happened was when Corey Holcomb displayed her on his show, the daughter obviously found out about it. It was obviously...
I don't even believe the daughter found out about it. She probably doesn't know about it. How? If she does know, it's behind some type of legal plot that Anton has going on. Because listen, if that... where's that picture? I have it somewhere. That picture of his daughter, If it was online, she put it there. How can you later on get upset about somebody reposting a picture of you that you put up? If she put it up. That's what I'm saying. And I don't know if O'Shea getting paid or what, but listen, watch this.
He hurt about it, according to Anton Daniels. I don't think he has any reason to lie about that. And so the daughter was breaking that about her, that she was already applying to colleges and things like that. And so what happened was when Corey Holcomb displayed her on his show, the daughter obviously found out about it. It was obviously hurt about it, according to Anton Daniels. I don't think he has any reason to lie about that. And so
he has multiple millions of reasons to lie about it. And we just don't know what to do. We're going to pull her out of school. Is it that serious for real? Because I'm going to tell you something. I believe the girl is probably, I don't know anything about her, but I believe she's probably sweet. I saw her picture. I know what a sweet young lady looks like when I see one. She's probably not no ratchet ghetto chick. She probably has her soul intact. Again, she's probably sweet. She's probably kind of quiet, right? Reserved, things like that. She probably has a good life ahead of her. Something like that, right? People like that, other people don't typically make fun of because other people like people like that. She'll probably be upset that Corey did it to her, but the school campus isn't. See, this is where the arrogance comes in. The whole college experience stops. Hold on, she's not in college yet. The whole high school experience stops and focuses on little old her. Even though, according to Anton and how he suggests he lives, this girl is probably going to school with some of Brad Pitt's kids. So everybody stop and pay attention to little Miss Daniels opposed to the rest of the things that's going on in the world. I don't buy it.
The daughter was breaking down. The daughter probably doesn't even know anything about like what's going on in the black sector YouTube. She's just living her life.
I'm so sorry, people. I am going to stop interrupting the show, but there's some good points being brought up. My girl Sylvia says, how you have beef with a man, but then go after his daughter. That's weak as F. Sweetheart, you have no clue how many times in your everyday life you benefit from that type of barbaric behavior. You have no clue. Threats that are maintained by people in power, threats that have been proven, is the reason people aren't doing certain things to you as you, attractive woman, as you walk up and down these streets. America has went on a barbaric level and shown people what they will do to somebody if they run up and try to take Miss Sylvia's goodies. Now, if they were more lenient and less barbaric and less cutthroat, Miss Sylvia, hell, I'd shoot my shot at you. Right? You benefit from the very behavior that you detest. There are men who have seen you, mentally ill men, would love to take it, right? But because of how barbaric and cutthroat the American judicial system has proven itself to be, it causes them to think not once, not twice, but 3, 4, 5 times before doing that. So the very barbaric behavior, the cutthroat behavior that you detest, you benefit from every single day. Every single day. Let's take your goodies off of it. The purse you carry. People have thought about snatching your purse, but America has shown people, the American judicial system has shown people what the potential repercussions are behind snatching Sylvia's purse. I, for one, approve of going the extra length. I do not believe that this is why I love 50 Cent. You go at 50 Cent, your dead grandma might be brought up in this thing. Fat Joe said, and listen, you guys don't know this. Fat Joe is a name in the streets. Don't get that misconstrued. Fat Joe is almost like a Don. Done things, right? Organized. I don't want to say like that, but people who know about Fat Joe outside of music, they know he's not to be trifled with. Fat Joe said, man, do you know what it's like to have beef with 50 Cent? He said, oh my God, he's relentless. He said, I'm waking up every morning on the radio. They got your mother this, your mother that. Fat Joe left 50 Cent the hell alone. I support it. I'll be honest. I believe in destruction. America does too. America does too. You guys benefit from the very thing that you say you hate. You really do. Let me see something. I agree, Ether. My bro said Anton is a Christian in name only. We proved that yesterday. That man said something about his relationship with God, and 2 seconds later, suck my D. I hate you niggas. It's a different type of Christianity. Somebody said, no, that's not the same. Brother, if you could read some of these transcripts of what allegedly America has allegedly done in these, I don't know if that'll get me. It starts with a T. When people have been snatched out of their homes and no one in the world knows about it, but America has them in this thing and fingernails are getting pulled out. This stuff is real, man. Like, this stuff is real. I think at some point we got to stop. We got to walk inside of the grown up a bit. Now, here's what I'll agree with. Somebody said this down there. You guys act like that man put his hands on that child. Could that be what's going on? In your minds, you have it to where he put his hands on that young girl. People are getting exposed online every day. That young girl's first kiss could lead to the very same type of trauma. We got to behave in the grown-up world. We got to act like we know what we're doing. Listen, she should have told her dad or something, hypothetically. I'm kind of fearful of what you do, but let's take her out of it because she's a child. She's about to go to college, so she's close to 18, right? Her dad is to, let's do it like this. People down in the comments, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much of this is Anton's fault? 10 meaning it's all his fault. 0 meaning it's not his fault. How much of this is Anton Daniels' fault on a scale of 1 to 10? I want to see. I'm curious. Yeah, I agree, Dr. K. Dr. K said a 9. How much of this is Anton's fault? Look, 10, 10, 9, 10. This is the father's fault. Me, Stacy Prince, I thrust myself out here and agreed. Look at down there. 10, 10, 10, 8, 10, 9, 10. I thought I had a meeting with my family before I executed this. Me, Stacy Prince. We knew the potential outcome. I'm up here critiquing people's lifestyles, the decisions they choose to make. You think somebody's not going to eventually be like, oh, Stacy Prince, he gets on my top, but I'm never going to dig up any dirt on him. Somebody did it. Just wasn't no dirt to dig up, but she tried to. She even spent some money doing it. Sylvia, I agree with that. Sylvia. It was equal disrespect on both sides, but okay. Give me a thumbs up if you think this, listen, watch this, people. If you think this never would have went to the extent that it did, if Anton hadn't have said, you suck, D, give me a thumbs up if you believe that. If you think it still would have went there, give me a thumbs down. This is what I want to see. Give me a thumbs up if you agree that this thing never would have went this far if Anton had have never suggested Corey sucks. Give me a thumbs down if you disagree. Exactly. Exactly. And I want to say this to the ladies. I think a lot of you don't know what that thing is when it comes to men. We don't play that. Suck my. For one, you're instantly turning me into a homo. You're telling me that me on my knees is not foreign in your mind. You have no problem. Listen, you have no problem pushing what we perceive to be the highest level of disrespect in my direction. So I must respond if I have any time. Listen, check this out. Let's go to my girl over here. Sylvia, I have a question for you, sweetie. Me and you are doing our thing. You crazy about me. Everything about me is on point. All cylinders firing. We're out one day. And you see a man looking at you. I look at him. I let him know I see him. And he tells me, fuck you looking at, nigga, suck my. And I pretend. I pretend I didn't hear him. And I keep on. You heard him clear as day. He yelled it. You heard him, and you know I heard him. Sylvia, is that going to change the way you think about me a little bit? And I'm not even going to move this show until you give me an answer, Sylvia. I want any of the women answer that. If I, as your man, allow a man in front of you to tell me to suck his genitals, will you still have the same level of respect for me afterwards? I want to see. I'm not even going to move the show till I get an answer. Exactly. My girl said nope. So it's like, I can't let it slide. You don't even desire that I let it slide. I got to draw blood. I am probably a bad person in some instances I'm not glad that this whole thing turned out the way it did. But I do believe in setting high-level examples. I think some of you guys have seen me up here do it, to be honest. Sylvia, you're not being honest. She said, yep, we're going to walk away. I didn't ask you were you going to walk away. I said, are you going to look at me the same way? Because the number one thing that draws women towards men in an attractive way is that the men exude that protector characteristic. And I've just shown that I won't protect myself, let alone you. But listen, let's go. It's all good.
Mom has to go and rescue the daughter. And obviously the mom, Anton Daniels' wife, was talked about very, very badly. And now he's, kind of in this mix, and he understands that the beef has gotten out of hand.
I'm going to tell you guys something. I was a little bit disappointed, just a little bit, because Corey did better than I thought. But when he didn't fire on Anton, and now there's legal things too. Maybe he was thinking about that. I don't know. But I didn't like how he handled that. When I saw his level of aggression afterwards, when he started going at Anton's wife and going at Anton's daughter, I said, okay, nigga, now you gaining my respect back. And that's why you guys will never understand men. Men have to set examples. We have to set examples, harsh ones.
That happens in their lives when other people go after children. I thought that children was off limits, but I guess not. So my number one concern, and I'm going to say this, and again, this is for all of the civil, awesome Black people out there and people in the United States of America that want to ensure that their children are protected. My number one goal is to always try to figure out how I can protect my underage child.
No, it's not. How can you say that when you know your daughter loves her mother, yet you're making her mother look like a side chick in front of everyone on the internet? See, this is why you know Anton's not being genuine. Right here, he's making it seem like my number one goal is to always be considerate of my daughter's feelings. No, it's not. You're on this internet acting a complete donkey. Listen, I thought Anton's daughter was going to get drugged into it when he started going as hard on blacks as he did. I thought people at school were going to start calling his daughter sellouts and things like that. You can't be concerned with your daughter to that extent when you'll say all of the things that you say. I hate you niggas. Suck my... No, you're not. You're just lying, to be quite honest.
He's also talking about it here.
That's all I've been authorized to say. Had a couple emergency phone calls. The only thing that I can say at this point is that I can't say anything else about it. First, I need to go and make sure that my daughter is okay. And so it's a lot of tests. I'm not sure if she got to get pulled out of school for the rest of the year. This may affect her in that way. So I have to make sure that she's okay.
Listen, shout out to Kelvin in this situation, rocking out with us with the super chat. Much love to you, my brother. I appreciate you supporting, man. Black Dove definitely in this mother sucker. Sylvia spitting facts. Okay. Talk about it then. Talk about it then. Let me see something here. Listen, check this out. How you gonna tell a man he sucks DI, then cry because he called your child ugly? See, what's going to happen is there's going to be a clash of opinions. It's going to be a certain caliber of men, very masculine and assertive men, versus very passive men. Masculine, assertive men, no nonsense men, they're going to all side with Corey Holcomb, right? More passive people who have probably never really been in a fight and things like that, probably didn't grow up in any harsh elements, they're going to favor Sylvia's point, because Sylvia's point, it had some logic to it, right? It made sense, but it's not the way the typical masculine man can move. I'm just telling you right now, when I just even think of that phrase, suck my, I can barely control myself. Like, the successes that I'm experiencing right now in life, I just couldn't even say it until I'm in a situation like that. Like, I'm hoping to God, I'm pretty sure that my successes would pop up in my mind and all that my future beholds and keep me from doing something crazy. But it's just something about that it's just something about that thing that's like getting snatched up, and it's something about that thing. It's something about that thing that is a no bueno. TD definitely in this situation, rocking with us, supporting the show. Sylvia, he said, no, Sylvia is not spitting back. Exactly, Ether, exactly. Kelvin said, next level disrespect for sure. I think who's not going to agree on this much is men and women. Listen, I'm telling you guys right now, if it's in my family, there's nobody who can tell me to suck that, because I know they're not going to sue me or anything like that. We're definitely going to square up like right away. I just don't know how much more offensive you can get than the. I don't know what to say. Let's go.
So he's trying to move forward. He's also saying that the kids are off
Hey,
limits.
hold on.
His
Okay,
heart
so
is broken about this. And typically, when you get into it
Black
with people
Dove
on
definitely
YouTube,
in this situation,
typically-
rocking with us, setting it off over here with the explosion. That's my girl. Hey, Black Dove paid to stress her point. Yes, she is. Shut the F up. Listen, I'm just telling you guys right now. Who is that? Who was talking about that? I forget who it was, but hey, people, we don't even have half the likes of the people that we got up here right now. Rock with your brother. Listen, if you rock with me, at least let's get the likes up to where the viewership is. Tap that thumbs up button. Hey, TikTok, I need you guys to go ahead and tap that screen. You know you don't want ZF to see how many. What they done did some different stuff down here. I can see. Tattoo said what I was trying. Shout out to my bro, man. He said, listen, my name is Richard Scott, and I won't shut the F up. You heard what bro said. Stop playing. I appreciate the super chat, my guy. I appreciate the support from all my people. Tattoo said, you can't tell people how to fight. Even if you don't agree, you can't. You can't. My mind is different than yours. My thought process, my temper is different than yours. Whereas you may on Stacy, and I let 13 rounds go. Who was wrong? You can't tell me to have the same measurement of disrespect that you do. I don't. Hey, what did my girl say? Oh, I forgot. Hold on. Kanai. Yeah, listen. Oh, hold on. It's going to come up. So Anton came up and he said it. He said, Craig, Corey, you win. I quit. It's probably some type of manipulative ruse because we know the arrogant Anton. He wouldn't bow out. He'd probably spend some money to try to find some dirt on Corey. I don't know, but he did. Y'all win. At this point, I got to see about the well-being of my daughter. I got to see about right? Listen, and I'm telling you, that's why I support going to the sewers. Let's get in the sludge with this. Because I need to make you quit. And listen, let's be honest about it. What type of fool goes up against somebody like Corey HOLCOMB with, with satire? Anyway, it's what he does for a living. And he's one of the best at it. This man has made us all fall out on our backs talking about his own daughter. And you want smoke with him. That didn't make sense.
Kids or family members are off limits. I got into a beef in 2021.
I can say at this point is that I can't say anything else about it. First, I need to go and make sure that my daughter is okay. And so it's a lot of tests. I'm not sure if she got to get pulled out of school for the rest of the year. This may affect her in that way. So I have to make sure that she's okay.
So he's trying to move forward. He's also saying that the kids are off limit. His heart is broken about this. And typically when you get into it with people on YouTube, typically kids or family members are off limits. I got into a beef in 2021.
Who tells these people this? Who told y'all that kids and stuff is off limits? What type of battles have you guys been in? Okay, smack my hands. Now it's my turn. What type of altercations have you been involved in where there's rules to it? America doesn't play like that. North Korea doesn't play like that. Russia doesn't play like that. Even the Ukraine doesn't play like that. Where'd you guys get this? The spoiled American syndrome. The spoiled American syndrome. I get it now. Americans are so spoiled. That's why a lot of Somalians and a lot of Africans, look at us a certain way, because we are super spoiled and lazy. We really believe that everything should be laid in our lap. We believe that we shouldn't experience the slightest level of discomfort and things of that nature. People, that's not the real world. That's not the real world. Listen, you can tell me to suck that, and it'll never be the same. It'll never be the same. That's how much damage that does. Then when you say it live in front of hundreds of thousands of people, let's be honest, millions now. There's probably more than 1 million people have seen that. I don't know what could be done to make us be okay. I really wish you ladies could hear "suck my" in your ears the way men hear it in their ears. Oh, it's so much further than bitch. It's so much further than that. And I'm going to tell you, I just had an epiphany of why it's so terrible. This thing with homosexuality, we know that thing has just been largely accepted in the last 20 years. So before that, when people were really, really hiding their secret lust for same sexes, right? When people made fun, look at them. When that was going on, for you to tell me to suck that, it carried like 5 times the impact, because you were in essence calling me gay. You were suggesting that I would suck that. We can't, but I guarantee you, if we could pull up some stats on how many people have lost their lives because of that one thing right there, the number would be so much bigger than what you guys know. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. But let's get back to it. Listen, YouTube, I need you guys to listen, the thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up button. We got way more viewership in here than we do likes. I need 5 people to share the show. If you rock with the show, share the show, people. Listen, Sean said that disrespect is Sean said that disrespect is up there with getting spit on. Fact. Suck my... No, what's wrong with you people? From the moment you say that to me, listen, I'm on the internet trying to see how your granny passed and was it a car accident? Can I pull some of the photos off of it? And then some of the people that the obituary suggests was in mourning because of her. Now I'm going to look up I need to see where their autistic child looks like and everything. I don't want you guys to look at me different, but I'm telling you who I am. Some of you have seen it up here. Look at Stacey hairline. And the next 15 minutes of that show will be me going to that woman's TikTok profile and slaughtering her in front of everybody. I just believe, man, an eye for an eye. I really do. Let's go.
One with the Saint in the center, where I quickly found out that,
check this out.
Also saying that the kids are off limit. His heart is broken about this. And typically when you get into it with people on YouTube, typically kids or family members are off limits. I got into a beef in 2021 with the Saint in the center, where I quickly found out that, you can get into one of these things where, your family is not off limits. Now, it is true, I started the beef, with the Saint in the Center, but it was never harsh. But I quickly found out that yes, your family can be drug into it, and it's not fun when your mom is calling, your dad is calling, the video goes up and everybody in your community is calling and saying, yo, what's going on? Who is this dude? And it
Hey, listen. Shout out to Saint in the Center. Hey, I rock with Saint in the Center, man. Like, I'm just now finding out about this. But O'Shea said, I thought family members and stuff like that was off limits. And I rock with O'Shea Duke too, man. He's like really one of the most fair journalists like on the internet. Like seriously, he'll even use himself as an example of, I was wrong, I got played, right? But he said Saint in the Center went nuts. Like, he said, I thought, it wasn't that serious of an issue. He said, I even started it. And my man came with extender clips and a backpack of reloadables. What are you people thinking? It's crazy because I bet you if we could pile up all of the men who were raised in impoverished neighborhoods and things like that, which says a lot in itself, there wouldn't be one who would think Corey went too far because of the extreme circumstances that we as men are used to. If we let people get over on us like that, man, they'll drag. Imagine if Saint and Center had have let O'Shea Duke Jackson get away with what he got away with, or with what he said, or whatever he did. O'Shea would have probably thought it was okay to do it again. And not only that, some of the other people online who take up problem with Saint in the Center would have probably tried to come at him. There's a reason that you don't see a large line of people attempting to come at Saint in the Center. You've seen how he'll get down. I prefer that than fake respect. I prefer fear over fake respect. I just really do. Shout out to Black Dove over here dropping the bomb on us. Black Dove said, I'm sorry, Richard Scott. Shut the F up. My girl over here supporting the show, rocking with us. AJ is definitely in the building, rocking with us. My brother said, blessing to the collection plate up in this. I don't know. Can I? But listen, let me play this again.
He's also saying that the kids are off limit. His heart is broken about this. And typically when you get into it with people on YouTube, typically kids or family members are off limits. I got into a beef in 2021 with the Saint in the Center where I quickly found out that, you can get into one of these things where, your family is not off limits. Now, it is true. I started the beef with the Saint in the Center, but it was never harsh. But I quickly found out that, yes, your family can be drug into it, and it's not fun when your mom is calling, your dad is calling, the video goes up and everybody in your community is calling and saying, yo, what's going on? Who is this dude? And it will make you rethink about engaging in beefs again, right? Because the right.
Hey, listen, Kana, you hear what he said? He said, I want you guys to listen from the purview of what the brother O'Shea Duke Jackson said. Check this out. This is going to make our whole point. He said, I started a beef with this dude and I took it light. I didn't think it can go further than what I'm expecting it to go. He said, and I quickly found out how wrong I was. He said, getting into a beef like that, listen to me, will make you rethink ever getting into a beef like that again. Isn't that the goal? To make people rethink ever trying you again. So according to the brother O'Shea Duke Jackson, mission accomplished, right? That is the mission. Respect. Shout out to my bro Biggs over here, always supporting the show. And I do mean always rocking with us. Let's get back to it.
Person will take it there. And I found that out right here on YouTube. I've been The video goes up and everybody in your community is calling and saying, yo, what's going on? Who is this dude? And it will make you rethink about engaging in beefs again, right? Because the right person will take it there. And I found
O'Shea said the right person will take it there. See, I grew up in a certain environment, and I had one cousin, listen, traumatize me. He traumatized me so bad, I traumatized another couple of my young cousins. Man, my cousin, nothing was off limits. He'd talk about your mama being strung out on drugs, everything. And so by the time I hit a certain age, I was numb to that stuff. And now I'm the predator, right? You do have to be careful who you deal with. And a lot of times we can assess certain people and misjudge them and their potential. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. Hey, my girl said, hey, listen, CJ said beef is beef. There's no rules and no limits. And I'm wondering where you guys even got this. Who thinks like that? My girl said, Marquette, a.k.a. Saint in the Center from the hood, L.A., Denver Lane. He go low. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know. Okay. Okay. Let's go.
that out right here on YouTube. I've been in many beefs before where I've gotten doxxed, but that one was it hit a little bit different. And that's because, you know, my mom called and she was like, well, what's going on? Somebody's calling me about this guy talking about you. And so once it gets there.
Are you guys paying attention to what he's saying? He said, I've been in beefs before, but this one hit a little bit different. That means Saint and the Sinner handled his business, did what he was supposed to do, and got his point across. I guarantee you that the brother O'Shea, you guys know I got mad love for O'Shea. I guarantee you O'Shea has never thought about coming at that brother again. I guarantee it. And if he did think about it, I guarantee you that thought disappeared like as fast as you could blow out a puff of cigarette smoke and it disappeared. Isn't that the goal? To crush beefs? Solidify yourself?
That's when it's like real life. All right. It's okay if somebody talks about you and all that. But once somebody comes in, and in my case, it was some allegations about me that wasn't true. Well, I thought that this beef shouldn't be like that. Kids and family members should be off limits. And that's typically true when you're dealing with somebody that's playing the same rules as you.
O'Shea said, I thought that this beef shouldn't be like that. It don't work like that. You over here thinking about writing the craziest punchline, typing the craziest punchline you can on me. I'm trying to find out if your daughter's ever been touched by an uncle. Now that I'm actually listening to all of these comments or seeing all of these comments, I think a great deal of people could take this whole Corey HOLCOMB and Anton Daniels situation and use it as a teachable moment. I didn't even think that there was this many people who thought like this. Like, I'm going to spit in your mouth soon as I see you yawning because I can't stand you, but you better not take it any further than pushing me down to the ground. Yeah, okay. Okay.
Woo! You're not dealing with somebody who's playing the same rules as you. You're dealing with somebody, obviously, beef shouldn't be like that. Kids and family members should be off limits. And that's typically true when you're dealing with somebody that's playing the same rules as you. Woo! You're not dealing with somebody who's playing the same rules as you. You're dealing with somebody, obviously, who feels like they were disrespected. You forced it to go there. Whether you feel or not that that's true is left to be seen. Again, I didn't feel that Anton Daniels' wife or his daughter deserved this at all. But the reality is that now Anton Daniels himself has spoken typically before, right? Like on his own podcast to some women about their kids. Well, listen.
That's where they was at.
That's the word of the day. I think you need some therapy.
You wanna know what?
I need therapy.
I feel like you said.
Hey, can we get a 1 in
If
the
it's
chat
like
if you say kids?
We don't gotta talk about it.
let me tell you something. The only person
Let's get off that topic.
The only
yeah, I don't
person
wanna
that
go back.
believe
I don't
your
wanna go back.
kids.
I
Let me
don't
tell
wanna
you
go
something.
back.
When people post their kids online, you the only person that think that your kid is awesome.
Oh my God.
Now again, I want to.
Did you hear what Anton Daniels just said out of his mouth on a previous podcast? When you guys posting your kids online, you the only one think that your kids are awesome. And that applies to you too. It applies to Stacey Prince.
Basically say something about Anton here. He's not really saying F them kids like that. You know, he's not talking about anybody's kids in particular. He's just saying that, listen, you know, nobody really cares about the kids. And actually, he goes into more detail here.
Oh my God.
This is real talk. Let me give y'all a reality check, right? When you post your kids online, nobody give a about your kids but you.
That's
Like
a lie.
there may be people
Wow.
there may be people
Wow.
that like your post, but we don't give a about your kid.
Woo! When people are scrolling on Facebook, they're not really concerned about them kids because those kids are only important to you. The issue is that Anton is not being as blatant as Corey Holcomb was with him. He's just trying to prove a point. Only people who really care about those kids are you.
I don't know. I'm sensing a lot of padding come from O'Shea Duke Jackson. I think he probably has a relationship with Anton or something. Listen. Shout out to AJ in this situation rocking with us. Kicking off the super chat on behalf of my darling Sylvia. Sylvia, you got fans down there. You must be kind of dope. You must be kind of dope. Shout out to TD over here kicking it off, rocking out with us. My brother. TD said, thanks, man. And Black Love, I'm not going to shut the F up. Respect to you, though, and the rest of the chat. Shout out to my bro, man. I appreciate you supporting the show, TD. Listen, for those of you who have not subscribed to the show, on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. It will alert you every time we go live, and we go live every day. We got the hottest show online, and I'm just letting you guys know this. If you have not subscribed to the show, hit that subscribe button. For those of you who don't know, if you're not a member of our YouTube or our Facebook, if you're not a member, which is what, $2.99 a month, if you're not a member, you don't have access to all of the past shows that we did from 4 years ago. And that's where you get to know the entirety of who I am, who we are, and how we've been going for the last 4 years. Listen, Kendrick definitely in this situation, rocking with us, setting it off with the $25 cash in this mother. Salute to you, bro. Kendrick been rocking with us for quite. That's one of my stay ones. That's one of my stay ones. Hey, TD, Dove ain't to be played with me. That's our problem child, man. That's our problem child. Listen, you know what? Matter of fact, let me get a little something going on. Get a little something going on over here. Okay, I figured that, Ether. It sounds like it, right? It sounds like it. DC is definitely in the building rocking with us. Dove, get your ASS up here. Tell me our kids off limits. Shout out to my bro. You already know. Why does that thing keep doing that? Hey, that's my girl, though. She said, you got to let me know. I'll be tripping sometimes. Duh. Listen, Doug's about the only person I've ever met that'll let you know, no, for real, I'm crazy sometimes. I'll be dead serious. She said, okay, then you got to let me know. I'll be tripping sometimes. All right, Dove. I gave you the opportunity to come up, but let's go.
And now Anton Daniels is going to have to use that same framework because when it comes to his daughter and his situation with Corey Holcomb.
But hold on. Shout out to my bro Biggs up in this situation. Kicking out the memberships. Bro.
Corey Holcomb was not willing to give his daughter the benefit of the doubt because using Anton Daniels' framework, your daughter's only important to you because you raised her, you had her to somebody else. It wasn't that serious. And this is the situation in which Anton Daniels decided it was enough.
Corey, he won. Corey and Craig, you win.
You heard it, Kanai? This is the part right here.
Situation with Corey Holcomb was not willing to give his daughter the benefit of the doubt because using Anton Daniels' framework, your daughter's only important to you because you raised her, you had her to somebody else. It wasn't that serious. And this is the situation in which Anton Daniels decided it was enough.
Corey, he won. Corey and Craig, you win. You win, I give up. I have to figure out what collateral damage happened after that. You guys win.
But you did this. You did this. You chose to get up. And I'm going to say it. Some people say it to me. I highly disagree. I don't degrade black women. I always leave teachable moments inside of all of my content. We have all kinds of shows where I have resources for women to do better. Resources, books that you should read if you want to get unratchet, all of these things. Men to be better parents, all of these things. But Anton really does degrade. Come on. Good brother.
What's up, Mr. Stacy Prince? How you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, man. Tell me how your night is going, brother.
It's going okay. I was just about to climb in the bed, and I saw you had the link in here, and you're bringing this thing up. This is gonna be the gift that's gonna keep on giving for a good while. But yeah, I see that. I saw the O'Shea Duke Jackson like this clip. My perspective on this is Anton's not surrendering. Anton is he's setting it up.
I agree 1,000%. These are chess moves he's playing right now.
Yeah, because he's setting up the damages. That's what he's setting up. He's setting up that him and his child has been damaged somehow.
Right.
And let me tell you something. I think both of these brothers set us back 30 years by what they did. They set us back because there's especially Anton to a degree because he always talking about how he's the personification of a black man.
Right.
But yet he opened the door to this debacle. And primarily, I believe, and this is my opinion, for compensation. And I find that a little bit sleazy.
I agree with you.
And to a degree, I believe, listen, I'm going to say it like this. I'm not even going to bring his daughter into this. I'm going to say, I have an 11-year-old, Stacy. I have an 11-year-old daughter who has thicker skin than what Anton is projecting with
Exactly.
With
exactly.
you know, I'm gonna have to pull out of school. I don't know how long of her life this is gonna traumatize
He's
her.
assessing.
She
He's
was supposed to
assessing
go-
punitive damages. Is what he's doing right now.
Yes, this is what he's doing. This is exactly what he's doing, Stacey. And to me, and of course, I don't really have a dog in the fight to a degree, but he's not the kind of, and I've said this to people who disagree with me, whatever, but this is not the kind of brother I would deal with. I don't care how much money he think he got.
I agree.
This is about a character thing, and it feels a little slimy that he's trying to, in my opinion, I'm being very careful for your platform, but in my opinion, that he's utilizing his daughter for profitable gain.
I mean, there is no I think. That's what's going on right now, man. Listen, before you even came up here, bro, before you came up here, I had already told the people, listen, in this society that we live in today, people have been so desensitized where if they could, these women will walk around butt naked. Like the things that used to bother us do not bother us anymore. It takes 4 times what used to bother us today. And listen, I believe this, brother. Anton Daniels is not big enough to be the talk of high schools, right? Anton Daniels is not big enough to cause people to stop. And you think 12th grade, 11th, 12th graders are paying attention to Anton Daniels? Man, they're listening. Listen, they're listening to Future, man. So for him to make it, I got to pull her out of school. I got to get her together, make sure she doesn't commit suicide. You know what I'm saying? Brother, stop it, man. It's not that deep, man. And let's say she does know about it. Like, I can't imagine why she would know about it unless you told her getting this lawsuit together or whatever. But let's say she does know about it. If it has affected her at all, she's the one put that picture up on social media or put it up, period. If I put a picture up, brother, I'm not going to be offended when somebody else reposts it. And listen, not only that, whatever. If I am a little upset, if I am heartbroken, that girl's going to be all right in 2 to 3 weeks, man. And we all know that. That's just the way society works, man. That's the way the world works. We don't sit up because somebody blasted us on social media. We don't sit up and go on a hunger strike and I ain't ate in 3 weeks and, oh, woe is me. Somebody came after my dad. And no. I don't think that that's the case. I think Anton is playing chess right now. That's it. And I'm going to go so far as to say this to people. I believe that because they spoke on the phone. They both spoke on the phone. I believe this. Maybe not the full scale plan, but they already knew. They both admitted this, that they both knew that they disagreed with each other's ideologies and viewpoints. I believe that Anton knew that he could trigger Corey enough for a lawsuit. I believe that. I believe he had some type of intentions of not wanting that thing to go smooth. That's what I believe.
Let me tell you something, and this is my opinion. Anton and Corey are both smart dudes. Anton is just sophisticated with it.
I agree.
That's the distinction between those two. Other than that, I believe those two guys are almost the exact same guys. Corey on the stream right before he showed the daughter picture called himself a dirtbag. Anton's a dirtbag.
But listen, I'll say this. I think Corey has more integrity than Anton. I think he's more of a stomp down brother than Anton. I don't believe that we could ever catch Corey HOLCOMB selling us out as a race. I don't believe that. I believe that because you got to think about it. If you listen to Corey HOLCOMB speak, he's talking about real matters, right? And he'll say it not just against the black community, but he'll also say it whatever's going on in the white community. Anton won't do that. And it's disingenuous. That means that there's something connected to you doing that.
Well, Anton's philosophy is that the black culture is trash. There's some merit to that, but Anton doesn't understand with what he did on the 5150 show, he's a part of the trash too. Because he went out there and helped justify the negativity about the black male image.
Right, I agree.
Because let's not forget that Anton was the one who invited the fight. Even though it was performative, Anton was the one that said, let's go get violent. Corey didn't say that.
Right.
Anton did. But both these brothers, let me be clear. This is not Anton lost and Corey won. Both these brothers lost. And we lost at the one thing that's unfair to black folk, and whether we want to accept it or not, every last one of us believe it or not, is judged based on what we do, that we do as an individual. If I screw up in a situation as a black man, they're gonna look at every other black man the same way that I did. That's not fair,
Right.
but that's the reality of the country that we live in. So when they see these two brothers out here who's supposed to be high earners, professionals in their own individual rank, out there on a live stream threatening to go to blows with one another, come on, man.
I agree.
You know what I mean? And it's not gonna matter how fly your suit is. They're gonna be like, nah, look at this, look at that.
I agree. We even do it to each other. We stereotype each other, and I'm going to go so far as to say it's kind of justified. We stereotype white people. We stereotype.
Yeah.
It is. We view Asians like they're pretty smart. I don't think there's anything wrong with stereotypes. I think it's something wrong with it when you fit negative stereotypes. Is what I believe.
There you go. I concur. I just came up just to say that I'm not gonna keep you show up, and I'm gonna head off the bed. But keep up the good work. But this was a failure on both of their points, and it's gonna be interesting to see how this actually shapes out and who's actually gonna win, quote unquote, win or lose this.
Corey Holcomb's gonna sell that. Corey Holcomb's going. I've done some research on this. Corey Holcomb's gonna settle out of court.
Yeah, if it get that, well, I'm pretty confident that's where it's going to go. You're absolutely right. I don't think this makes Anton look good, even if he can find a way to spin it. This is not good for his brand.
Right. Well, but Anton doesn't have any integrity, so it doesn't matter about whether or not it's good for Anton's brand. Like, Anton already doesn't have any integrity. I believe Anton to be like, there's things that I agree that Anton says, and I don't really believe in like 100%. If you see something that you disagree with about somebody, 100% discard everything that they say. But the caliber of individual that Anton is, he's not a man of integrity.
Is the man.
Yeah.
It's the man.
Yeah.
It's the man. All right, Mr. Prince, thanks you for having me up on your platform.
I appreciate you, my brother.
All right.
Miss Kanat.
You know something. Good evening. Happy Friday.
Today is Friday. Might have to shake my tail feathers a little bit later on, Kanat.
No, you not.
You know I'm not.
You ain't going nowhere.
Right in front of this laptop.
You're going to be right here making this easy money.
So listen, what's your thoughts?
I don't agree with that, brother. It's so funny. I think the one person that had the best thing to say, in my opinion, was Marquette, because I actually watched Marquette break all this.
Oh, Marquette said something about it?
Oh, yeah.
Dang, I wish I could have got it.
I was there, but I don't agree with him. Why is it every time that when we do have a dispute, it's always, they send us back 30 years?
Yeah, we didn't get set back. I think
we didn't get no setback. We got brought back to the realization that you need to watch what you say. And you need to watch who you saying it to. This ain't about no black. This ain't about no white. This ain't about none of that. This is about a man being disrespected. And for young men to understand that you cannot say, Stacey, do you think that there are young men right now growing up with that kind of mentality?
What you mean? Suck my...
That mentality that you can't talk to me like that?
Yeah.
That there are some things that you don't say to men.
Yes.
Is this a dying breed?
You will lose your life, and I'm talking about by a 17-year-old probably.
Do you think that the young guys or the young men out there, do you think that they really have that in them?
I'll say it's not like it used to be. It's not like it used to be. I'll say it started slowing down probably. Like, I'll say this, with my generation, you can't do that. You can't do that.
You see how Anton responded to Anton couldn't even understand. And I'm sick of people saying that Corey wasn't on his level and he could. The brother didn't lose stride. He understood. He even was inviting Anton to say when he called him racist. He said, "I'm racist. I'm racist." He said, "Well, you know what? Let's consider that. Maybe I can learn something." The brother was open the whole time, even to learn from the brother that was there to attack him. See, the thing about it is, we got to stop with this politically correct type of conversation where we think that people are not going to be disrespected or people
I
cannot
agree.
react or respond. That was not going to go over.
Now that
What do
whole
you
thing.
mean? What do you mean they both failed? No, they didn't. That brother Corey said you get suspended on YouTube for 30 days. In other words, I'm not going to let this go any further than where it is because this is my bread and butter. This is my image. I'm not doing that. You mean to tell me that is not something to consider? Do you understand? Look, I think people really don't know how big Corey is. This man has been around since I was in high school.
I think that really is the case. I think they think because they don't see him on television. Listen, Corey chose not to be on television because he didn't want to do some of the things that they make people do on television. He didn't want
to do a little something strange for a little change.
And listen, this is why I'm telling you. This is why listen, anybody who knows me, I'm not nobody's rider. I stand on the line of what's real. And when I say what's real, we can take that to the elements of where we come from. When I say real, where we talk about the real ones and the one that's not, Corey has been that since I've even started checking him out. Like, he gonna stand up. If he say something, he ain't gonna run from it. He gonna stand on it. He not gonna make it seem like, well, what I meant was. And I trust somebody like that more than I trust. Like, you just got to think about this. Corey's been performing and doing these gigs for years. It is 2025. He's got his own bankroll. And we're talking about a legitimate bankroll where none of his soul had to be divulged, where he had to do anything, to compromise his integrity.
He said if he had done anything that night, he would have had to call a lawyer, pay a retainer of 10 grand because that's how much it costs off top. That tells me that brother got 10 grand on demand. Okay?
Corey got money now. He paying like 2 people to be on his show regularly.
Yeah. So, and you know what? You know what it is for me, though? And see, this is why I always say, I'm glad that he stood up for masculinity, Stacey. This ain't got nothing to do with who won, who lost, who this, who that. But I feel like Anton disrespected masculinity. You did something that women do. That's the type of stuff that women do. To tear and emasculate and effeminate our men. I'm glad that he stood up for masculinity. You can't talk to a man like that.
Hey, can I listen?
Wait, you know what he was saying? He said, brother, that's all we got is our manhood.
Yeah, for real.
Go ahead.
Listen, I'm going to tell you what I thought, can I?
Yeah.
Because of how I respect Corey outside of 5150, I respect men. Like, men can talk to men and we can tell, no, that's a real one. We just know. We know who the men are who have done well with women. We know for a fact who the men are who have not done well with women. We know it in the fibers of our bones, right? So I respected Corey on that level. But I said this, Kanai. When I found out that they were supposed to be going on there, I said this. I said, I kind of don't want to see this because Corey is my guy. Corey's intelligent, Anton's intelligent. But Anton's intelligent and he has educated himself in certain arenas, right? And I said, the thing about intelligence, both of them possess that. But education can crush intelligence if you know how to use it the right way. If you know certain historical facts and data and things like that, and you start bringing them up into conversation, it can make the other intelligent individuals seem like they don't know certain things. I thought that was going to take place. I thought that he was going to have a significant edge over Corey. But Corey held his own. He said, "No,
He
Negro,
held
you gonna answer my question."
Yeah, he did. He did exactly what the educated. And look, let me just say this. Let me just please say this. Like I said one more time, this man has been around in the industry for a very long time. He's not oblivious to what the brother was being genuine. Corey had, if he was like, is this man up here trying to, you know what I'm saying? Because you ain't really expecting that. I know we don't agree, but you trying to attack me. So you're absolutely right. I just think that
He hammered him with a question we've all been wanting to hear. Anton. That's why I was like, okay, Corey, do your thing. He was like, no, brother. Why say something that white males do? He said, no, I ain't saying that.
He said something about the YT women, but he did. He said, I understand that, brother, but you keep talking about black men and you keep talking about, black people. What do you got to say about the white man?
Something we've all been wanting to hear you talk about, man. Because we know it exists. The diabolicalness.
So now you got TMZ involved because apparently they found some video, and I ain't gonna bring it up.
That ain't gonna hurt Corey. That ain't gonna hurt Corey. Like Corey, listen, Corey been in this industry, and I say industry. He's been making industry moves for decades, right? So he knows how to.
Yeah.
Y'all keep talking about what AD did, but not what Corey. I'm going to give you an example, Sylvia. I'm going to give you an example, Sylvia. Sylvia, you can tell me to kiss your ass right now. I won't block you. I won't do nothing. Sylvia, if you tell me to suck, we going to have some serious problems. There's a difference, sweetie, is what I'm trying to get you to understand. You know, listen, everybody up here can right now tell me kiss their ass. There's a part of me that's going to believe a lot of them is joking. It ain't going to hit the same way. You tell me you invite me to your private. We got to deal with that somehow.
And see, this is how I know these females that's trying to assess the situation. They didn't even see Darlene get disrespected by Anton.
Yeah, I thought I was the only one picked up on that.
And Corey did pick up on it. That's why he came back around later on both his shows and told Darlene, don't get in the middle.
Yep.
Don't even speak to a brother. Don't to a man. Don't even say nothing. Don't get comfortable. He was telling her that because Anton and her were having a back and forth. In other words, he was saying you shouldn't even really be talking to him. He talking about I buttered you up. I buttered her up. Yeah. Look, that was disrespect right there. What are y'all talking about? And y'all women always trying to talk about something that you think you see. You didn't even see the woman being disrespected, but y'all the main one talking about women ain't respected. But you can't even see when disrespect has occurred.
No, I thought I was the only one peeped that out. But what I keep on peeping out about Anton as it pertains to disrespect, like how you doing your wife in this public eye. Buttering up Darlene. Listen, but this is what I was saying, because I don't know if you was here in the beginning of the show.
Would that offend you, Stacey?
You on this show talking about I buttered her up and that. Listen. What we did yesterday, we said this. Flip it on the other foot and let my woman had said that to somebody. What did you mean you was buttering him up? What did you mean by that? Loosening the jar to get further where you wanted to go? What did you mean by that? Because he was cozying up too, to be honest.
Yes, he was. He came in there with disrespect, and that's the thing. Y'all don't even see the disrespect. Look, y'all ain't even, all the ladies on YouTube.
Hey, can I come back? Come right back up. They just flagged me. I'm gonna shut this one down.
Flagged you. Okay, let me shut it down.
Probably some of the feminists.
I got to figure out how to pick up the pieces. Look at my cat. Family is in shambles. Daughter is in shambles. Literally having my wife.
He lying. This man is something else. Our family is shambles. I don't know what to do. You know, why don't you stop that? Where's the? chick here. So, we don't know if we're gonna make it through tonight.
You guys win. I got to figure out how to pick up the pieces. Family is in shambles. Daughter is in shambles. Literally having my wife take her over to get evaluated and figure it out, because crying inside of the principal's office trying to figure out what to do.
So he's
Come on, man. Is this really this serious, man? This is life. You thrust her out here into this. I know right now that if somebody, that woman that came at my back, what's it called? Passed, I did that. My son said it. My youngest boy said, yeah, but Dad, that's what happens, you know what I mean, when you put yourself out there. So how is Anton's daughter immune to that? That's crazy.
saying, Craig, like, listen, Corey, you guys won. I got to pick up the pieces. My daughter is in shambles. I believe it. And man, my heart goes out, to all the brothers in this, man. Like, I love Corey Holcomb's 5150 show. I had a relationship in which, I saw Anton Daniels coming up. I saw him pass me up. I'm saw, him doing some great things for himself after trying YouTube and finally being successful. I talked to his wife
listen,
before.
I'm
really proud of his daughter. And
check this out.
I had a relationship. So he's saying, Craig,
having my wife take Corey and Craig, you win, I give up. I have to figure out what collateral damage happened after that. You guys win. I got to figure out how to pick up the pieces. Family is in shambles. Daughter is in shambles.
Your family is in shambles about this, but not in shambles that your wife is seeing you online talk about you got hoes. You got enough hoes to give him one. Your family is not in shambles. Your marriage is not in shambles regardless. I don't know if they got an arrangement or what, but your daughter is not affected by you saying, that's mine's right there. That's my Mika right there. And she knows you're married to her mother. So one has no effect, but the other has you in shambles. That's nuts to me. I would be more concerned that my daughter believes I'm disrespecting the woman she loves. But he has no problem with that and does it over and over and over. But listen to this, Kanai.
Literally having my wife take her over to get evaluated and figure it out, because crying inside of the principal's office trying to figure out what to do.
So he's saying, Craig, like, listen, Corey, you guys won. I got to pick up the pieces. My daughter is in shambles. I believe it. And man, my heart goes out.
I don't believe the crap. Anton Daniels ain't even the type to give he's not. Anton Daniels, if you listen to him, if you listen to how he talks, he's an ambitious person. He won't stop. He's a fighter. Anton wouldn't give up on this that easily. This is all according to the lawsuit. He's going, we don't know what to do. Just listen to the wording, family in shambles. In order to file a civil suit, you have to show cause of loss or damage. This is what he's doing right now. You can hear it as a story is playing out in the principal's office, crying her eyes out, family in shambles. Well, what was your family before this when you're frolicking around publicly with women? This is what I'm saying. This whole thing is a ruse.
To all the brothers in this, man, like, I love Corey Holcomb's 5150 show. I had a relationship in which, I saw Anton Daniels coming up. I saw him pass me up. I'm saw, him doing some great things for himself after trying YouTube and finally being successful. I talked to his wife before. I'm really proud of his daughter and what she's doing. That which I know about.
Manny Man said Anton is a Temu actor. I agree. Shout out to TD over here. I appreciate you, brother. But yeah, I think this. I think I don't know to what extent I believe that he was intentionally going on there to start something where he can get some money, but I believe with my entire heart his intentions was to go there and create some viral moments. I believe in my heart his intentions was to go there and blow some things
either
up.
way.
Yeah.
It's money either way.
Yep.
It's the intent. The intent is still monetary gain. It's money either way. Yeah. But no, it's he came in there. He came in there with a plan, and he was conniving, and he was orchestrating the whole time. And this is what I want to bring to the women attention, who the sisterhood always got something to say about what some men are doing. But as soon as a sister is injured, y'all don't even pay attention to the women. Do you know that Mika is a victim too? Y'all ain't saying nothing. Anybody check on Mika? Because Mika was lied to. Mika was told that she was going to be on the 5150 show by Anton. She went in there thinking and believing that she was going to be on the show. When she walked in the room, they told her, well, they told Anton, they said, well, we don't know. We'll ask, we'll see. They did not let her on that camera. You understand? She didn't get on that camera until she got on camera and did her own show, and Corey put her up there and said, make her famous. Go on, let the video play. Okay? That's how she got on the show.
Cruz said...
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
So, I don't understand the women, because the women, that's what I'm saying, like, y'all are so illogical. You don't even assess things properly. Don't you see that a woman is wounded? 2 women are wounded.
I'm about to say 2.
Because 3 of them. Because you got an adult. Hey, Simply, you got an adult girl. His daughter is 21. She ain't no baby.
She ain't no 21. Hold on, how old is she?
Well, he got a 21, a daughter that's 21 or something.
Who, Anton? I thought that girl was in high school.
Was she in high school? Oh, okay. I thought she was in college.
They talking about like she's in the process of selecting her college or something like that. You could be right.
I'm gonna recheck that. But anyway, in any sense of the way, there's 3 girls, women. Okay, let me just say women. She's getting older. That gets hurt in the process. I ain't heard y'all say nothing about Mika is a victim. She's a victim of Anton's shenanigans, of Anton's
I'll give you that right there.
His dishonesty.
I'll give you that right there.
He literally told her, like they do it back in the day. Y'all know how y'all men do. Yeah, baby, you know, yeah, I'm going to get you. That's like some P. Diddy type of stuff. Only you couldn't do what P. Diddy did. Puffy did get you on. But you told this person that this man was going to let you on his show. And then you came on there demand, like you was in demand that she be on the show. Anyway, y'all don't know what y'all talking about.
Well, but you got to understand this, Kanai. A certain mindset is going to stay the way it is, especially depending on how the age of that mindset. Like it, I pride myself on being very impartial. Let me see. Cruz said the show didn't go left till Corey couldn't take what he did. Let me drop this link, Cruz. Let me drop this link. Come on up, Cruz. I want to put that to the test. I want to see if you believe that Corey dished out what Anton dished out. Right? There's a link down there, Corey.
And don't believe everything you see, because they made an AI video with Anton standing up over Corey. That never happened in the studio. Corey stood up over Anton, but Anton never stood up over Corey. He played the show. I watched the show. I never saw him stand up over that till he said it was time to go. And that's when Corey went back to the other side. But it's just sad that people think that you could just disrespect men, whether you be a man or a woman. A man has a woman wants to see you protect your masculinity.
Yeah, listen.
Crazy.
Now I'm gonna tell you like this: in the streets, we do things that's bad sometimes, and it's unorthodox, and a lot of times the stuff is structured wrong. But a lot of people don't understand a lot of the elements associated with growing up in a certain environment. Well, they're tied to a code. They're tied to a structure. They really are. You know, we don't typically, for instance, perfect example. Part of our structure is high-level disrespect gets dealt with in a certain fashion. You see what I'm saying? And me, myself, I'm glad that we walked through all that. I probably would have been a simp, probably would have been a sucker. Like the harshness that we have to navigate through in order. So in Africa, there's certain tribes in Africa that you don't get established as your manhood until you do certain things. I believe in that, can I? Why? I have no business being in no man conversation if I have not been established as a man. And until I'm established as a man, I believe when man conversation come along, they should probably, when men are talking, hey, Stacey, you going over there? You know what I mean? And there's things associated with us, elements that we have to defend our integrity and things like that. Those are the things that establish us as men, and we are recognized by other men as men. Once we stand up for the things that we believe establish us as men. And I wouldn't want those taken away. I wouldn't want those taken away. Brother Craig, Cruz.
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear me. Tell me how your night's going, man.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right, man. Thanks for having me up here.
All good, man. It's all good. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
You said until Corey couldn't handle what he dished out. So I want to ask you something. Do you have children?
Yeah.
Okay. That means you're a father. Okay. That means you're most like a man. So my question to you is this, brother. If people down in those comments right now, hell, let's go real with this. If right now I told you, oh, bro, you don't know what you're talking about. Kiss my ass. On a scale of 1 to 10, how impactful would that be to your psychology, to your masculinity?
Shit, I got tough skin. I mean, it really wouldn't bother me. But if I had to put a number
Just give
on
me
it,
a number.
2.
I agree with you, brother. I agree. I'll tell one of my friends, kiss my ass. Now, bro, I want you to be legit with me, brother. I want you to be legit with me. Now, what about, listen, brother, it's so bad, I can't even make the example towards you. I can't do it, bro. So what about if you heard me tell somebody else, suck this? On a scale of 1 to 10, brother, how impactful would that be to masculinity, to manhood?
Oh, I totally get it by the 10.
That's all I'm saying, brother. That's all I'm saying. You said until the show didn't go left until Corey couldn't take what he dished out. Corey didn't dish that out. That's actually a common phrase in today's society. You can look it up in the dictionary. Listen, I've done shows where I tell women, if you want to know how to be a feminine woman, master the art of kissing a man's ass. Not being a doormat. And then at that segment of the show, I pull up the dictionary definition for kissing ass. You know what it says, brother? Doing something that you need to do in order to get something from somebody that you want. Kissing ass. That don't make me feel gay or nothing. But now you tell me that other thing, man, our relationship probably over forever, man.
Well, is it in the right context? Because Anton responded to him saying he kissed ass, and he told Corey he sucked the dicks of the black people, which is essentially
I don't even like hearing it say it.
Look, which essentially he was telling Corey that he kissing black people at.
Nah, that ain't. He told Corey you sucking, and I can't even finish the rest of the phrase, bro. Like that's different, man.
That's exactly what he told him, but he didn't mean it as if, oh yeah, you.
Okay,
you
so let me ask
bro.
you this: Did Anton tell you he didn't mean it like that?
Nah,
because we can't assess what only thing we can assess is what that man said. And here's something else that me and you can assess. When said the way Anton said that, typically, what happens in the black community when you say that to somebody?
Well, typically, people don't usually say it like that.
Exactly. And there's a reason why they don't. There's a reason why they don't. But me and you both just agreed, typically in society, the phrase ass kiss is passed around even amongst the white community. In business offices, in offices, in corporate offices and everything. Oh, he's the ass kisser.
Yeah, I agree, but some people use that phrase to replace ass kiss. Like, oh, you sucking his dick.
Bro, I've never in my life heard nobody.
Well, I'm from Louisiana, And I also seen it online a few times, like get off his dick. Oh, you sucking his dick. Like the younger guys kind of use it in that way, but not exactly as Anton said it. But in my opinion, he said it in the same context as kissing ass because he was calling Anton an ass kisser, and Anton was calling Corey a dick sucker. Which, like I said, some people use it in the way as, oh, you kiss ass, you sucking his dick, you on his dick, you dick
I
riding.
tell
You
you
know,
what, I wouldn't advise none of you young brothers to do that. That's all I'm gonna say. If
I
you
agree.
agree with what Brother Cruz is saying, I would advise you to not try it in public. I would hide, but I wouldn't have a problem if you told somebody, listen, even in corporate offices, they say, he's the company kiss ass. White people say it, but ain't nobody talking about that suck part, bro. That thing is offensive probably in every culture. Suck that. And here's what I'll say to you. I'll give you this. If we are talking about can't tell somebody how to respond to something that you push out there, my thing is this. Anton should have been ready. If Corey said you a ass kiss and Anton took that offensive, well, after he took it offensive, he should have been willing to say it again, and he wasn't. He wasn't.
Well,
He
I
said,
get that.
nigga, say
I
it
get it. He
again,
didn't say
nigga.
it again. He definitely didn't say it again. But he also did tell him, I'm not going to say it again because I'm going to respect your platform. And, I respect that.
Okay, well, where was
And
that
that's
respect when you told me on my platform I'm sucking cock? So that lets you know he
well,
ain't had no respect going on. It's I don't want to
but
get hit in my mouth.
he apologized for it, though. But Corey kept going on. And he did offer a fade, though.
He had security.
Hey, I mean, we can assume that security wouldn't have let them get down. We had to cross that bridge when we get it. But we
I
can't
agree.
assume that
I
Anton
agree.
was scared because he ain't say it again then.
I agree. I mean, I give you that because I don't like to make inferences on stuff that is too broad or vague. But I just know, I'll say this. I don't know what was going on in Corey's mind. I'd like to ask him. I'm going to ask him too eventually. When Anton said, let's go out back, I hate that Corey didn't. Like, because I'm telling you right now, I thought, I don't know if he had time to think I could stand to lose a lot of money or this and this and that. But to be honest,
Said that. He said it.
who Corey did?
Yeah, he said it on his Tuesday night show. He
Okay, I
said
didn't even see that.
that he
Yeah,
had
see, he
to
said
think
it after
about
the
what
fact.
he could have lose what he got. And on YouTube, you know, if you fighting on YouTube, he said you could get suspended for 30 days. So he was processing. Even Kwame said
Okay.
that anybody, if you paid attention to Corey, you could tell that brother was processing for a minute. He was.
I'm be honest with you. I'm glad he did. You know what I mean? Because them lawsuits, they wreck people. They wreck people. People don't be the same after those lawsuits. You be done did so much damage to a person.
So to me, to say they both look bad, no. You had a man. Look, that brother got something to lose. He literally showed men how to calm yourself down. You don't have to fight. Because see, in our community, it's well, you didn't do nothing. He's 56 years old. He's
That's my
56.
point.
Anton might be a little younger. That brother got a lot more to lose than Anton. Okay.
But listen, not only that, I'm going to say that now. I want to see if you're going to agree to this, brother. Can we agree that Corey Holcomb's intentions were purer than Anton's were? I'm talking about the whole interview. I believe that Corey really wanted to put him on the spot. Like, bro, I believe Corey's whole agenda was, I want you to answer this one question. Because all of us have been wanting to hear Anton answer that question. I've done shows on it. Brother, with all that we know, I can't say the word, but, touching children, right? With all of these schools, we know who's doing these schools and popping these schools up. With all, it's not like white men aren't doing anything. With all that we know that they're participating in, the children getting smuggled from here to there, Epstein Island, all of this, with all that has been done to African Americans systematically and is being done to us right now by white power structures. Would you please express to us your opinion about them as it pertains to them doing these things. That's all so many people have been wanting to know. Now, I believe Corey wanted the answer to that. With Anton, I believe that Anton wanted to go there and kick up a bee's hornet so it could go viral. All manners of disrespect, just anything. I believe he was looking for multiple viral moments, even at the cost of disrespect, which we see. High-level disrespect. You suck. And listen, that wasn't even late in the show when he did that. He fired that pistol off fast. That was early. The show didn't even really get to go on. What was that, about 20 minutes? 30 minutes? I don't know.
Would you agree that Corey provoked him to respond like that? Like, I don't think that was a plan of Anton to just come out of nowhere and be
Anton
like, "Oh,
said
you
he
should."
had a plan. He said it.
I'm, I'm speaking about that comment though, the sucking of the white of the black people. You don't think that was like a spur of the moment thing?
No, I believe that everybody is saying that about Anton. It's his tagline. People say he kissed Whitey's ass. I don't think Corey said, "I'm gonna say this to get." I think he's used to everybody saying it.
Well, Stacey,
I'm
even
saying
you
when
had that
Anton said to
in your
Corey,
mind. Stacey, you had a show a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago, where you had some thoughts about Anton. You was trying to figure him out because you said, "This brother, I don't know about him," and then you
know what you're
had a
talking about.
show about that. You even had the same. You had the same concerns that Corey
I
had.
done did about 5 shows on Anton.
On Anton. And what was so, and you know what, Stacey, what was so funny? I said, you know what, Stacey, he kind of had this same sentiment that Corey has. You did. I thought about that watching that. All I could think about was your show.
I just got questions, brother. Just answer the questions. That's it.
Yeah, you were saying the same thing. You just I don't know. It's funny how we try to.
See, I ain't picking no side. That information is in front of us.
If y'all look, let me tell y'all this: if y'all are not concerned about protecting your manhood, we black women that really love black men, we ain't gonna know what to do.
That's
I'm
real.
gonna tell you something.
But
We
was as a
really
man,
hold on, bro.
We really
as a man,
hold on, bro.
We really gonna be done because we are concerned about the masculinity and the black man's masculinity. We need the black man's masculinity. It doesn't mean fighting and getting out of hand, but it is a
standing firm.
Corey took a firm stance. He said, "Brother, our manhood is all we got." And I know I'm a woman. I know I'm a female. I get it. But I'm expressing to you men that it is important for black women like me that do love y'all, right? You must protect black men's masculinity.
I agree.
You must make sure that it goes forward. You must make sure you stand up because when you let it down, we're not protected.
Listen, let me say this, bro.
We're not protected.
And this is not part of the show, no nothing. Do you hear a woman saying this? That means something. A woman is saying, "Hey, listen, don't y'all let go of the post." Like, because we can all be honest, we have also bred some feminine men, right? So our women, like in the streets when DRUGSs, them white substances and stuff like that, when it's a drought, everybody looking for this. Bro, that's the way it is with masculinity in the black community right now. Do you know an unattractive, broke Negro who will stand his ground is attractive to 9 out of 10 black women? Because there's an attack on black masculinity. Now, when you got another black man running around here, "I hate you niggas. I hate you." Bro, that don't do nothing for us. Tell me how you feel about the white man. I just want to answer.
I get it. He dodged.
I'm sorry, brother.
Are you good? You go ahead.
Anton to me is doing exactly what these white men want y'all to do, is be effeminate and let masculinity go. This is what the ploy has been. Your little boys are being raised by black women who are women and are effeminizing them knowingly or not. I was driving in the car looking out and going through some construction area, and there was a young black man, right, young black boy, man, whatever. And he was standing right there with the stop sign, and brother say, "Can we go yet?" Stacy, when he said something, "Oh no, y'all can hold on." I said, "Lord Jesus, I wasn't expecting that." I said, where is the bass in the voice? Where is the masculinity, Lord? Where is it?
She said, hold on, where the bass in your voice at?
What is this? Oh no, y'all could go on. Y'all, it sounded like you guys don't understand. I'm literally in tears right now because I don't think you all know the urgency. I believe that you all are not really seeing the revelation in what Brother Corey did. You so focused on two brothers losing it and they fell, and no, that wasn't a fail. That was a win for you. Because Corey was fighting for the man. He said, brother, that's all we got is our manhood. He kept saying it. Play the video. He kept saying it over and over. Brother, our manhood is all we got. And he's not lying. And I'm going to tell you something from a sister. That is all you got. Because at the end of the day, while your sisters might be as crazy as they are, I bet you one thing they don't play with. They don't play with that masculinity because they know who to do it to. What you always
I agree
say,
1,000%.
Stacy always say, I don't deal with women like that. The women I know, they get on my program. You know why? Because Stacy is masculine. That's why.
Not having it.
That's why. You got to have that. And so if y'all lose that, you do lose a nation.
Our women, they can't respect us if they're not, like, a lot of the blame goes on women, black women doing da-da-da, doing da-da-da. But I always tell the men, they can't do it if you're not that caliber of man that they can't do it with. So really, they're just doing what they're allowed to do. And the reason they're allowed to do it is because of what's in you or lack thereof. And we have to get that thing reestablished because a lot of these things that we're seeing in African-American women, we could get them under control. They love it. They love being checked by a man who can check them, right? Not only that, they won't even do a lot of the things that we see them doing if they are under the leadership of one of those men. But we have so much propaganda, and let alone what the white T-man is pushing our way. There's puppets being played with us, being played with behind social media and everything, behind all of these movies where black men, girl, all of that, it's effing us up. Now, until men start regaining their, this is why I say, in my personal opinion, I believe a man has supposed to be experienced at least 2 to 4 fights in his life, right? Because that's something that you can't remove from us. Harsh circumstances and going through it and not running from confrontation of all sorts. But when we have these movies and things like that are, you heard what she just said, man, with this soft voice, softer than a woman. Now, the reason that I say that I side with Corey is because Corey, not in the whole thing that happened, but Corey as a man, he's solid. Anton's not solid. Corey can't be bought. Anton can be bought. He lets us know. He told us, what did he say? Talking about reparations. Now, I have my own stance on reparations. I say don't even wait on it. Move forward, march, right? Let's get our own thing going on. If it happens, cool. Anton said, I hope they don't give you niggas shit. I hope they start charging y'all for y'all's oxygen. That's not one who's for us. I'm not trying to pick on Anton. I can tell you the things about Anton that I agree with. I can also tell you the things about him that I used to agree with before I found out he wasn't living it. I used to love how he used to talk about the family unit. I used to love when he was on Lapeef and he would talk about his marriage. I loved that until I found out it ain't real. You're just saying stuff. Because me, I know how to respect a woman. I know what the elements are that entail respecting a woman. One, not letting society see me seemingly courting another woman while I'm married. Not letting society hear me say, this one right here who's younger than mine. This one right here who's prettier than mine. That's mine's right there. That's my Mika right there. Brother, do you believe that there's any respect associated with that when you're married?
Nah.
It's bad, bro. If my daughter told me that a man was behaving like that towards her, online, talking about that's mine's right there.
from a societal standpoint and as a quote unquote leader of a community, you don't want to give that message. I get it.
So that means you're not fit to lead us, because he was alluding to today that they don't need to listen to nobody like Corey Holcomb. And I don't believe that Corey Holcomb is a political figure, so I wouldn't suggest that he's someone we follow. His opinion, Corey Holcomb's opinion, is going to be clear, cut, concise. It's either going to make sense or it's not. Corey doesn't have it in him to live a fake life. Corey's going to be an a-hole. If he's the a-hole, we don't know who Anton Daniels is, man. None of us know who Anton Daniels is. I'm not knocking him for this. Anton's YouTube fame is like throwing shit up against a wall. He tried the hot dog thing. I don't know what he was doing with the hot dog thing. Dressed as a hot dog. He tried going to the abandoned buildings, like Blair Witch Project. I'm not knocking him for these things. He tried the thing with give you $1 if you give me a hug and things like that. He was throwing stuff up against the wall to see what would stick. The truth of the matter is, Anton Daniels was trying to become a YouTuber. None of his things were working. So what is working for everybody else now that he tried that worked? Grifting. Talking really bad about black people. It works. Because there's more white Americans, and not even just white Americans, Asians. I found out this. It had to be brought to my attention. A lot of the content that I make that condemns black people's behavior, the videos, video clips, and I also provide solutions with mine. Mines are teachable moments. You need to stop doing this because here's what can happen if you don't, and here's what you should do to stop doing this, right? I was made privy to the knowledge that white people were coming to my page, not utilizing my content like it's intended. It's intended to teach black people and show them what's going to happen to us if you keep doing this, why you shouldn't do this and that. White people were coming to my page to using my videos to fuel their hatred for black people. You know how I found out? I did a live when Charlie Kirk lost his life. And I said, I don't condone nobody's life being taken for, speaking their piece, because I want to speak my piece. I was live on Instagram. I probably had like 100,000 subscribers at the time. Listen, bro, if you had have asked me how many white subscribers I had, I probably would have said about 75 or 100. Bro, I got thousands, and I didn't even know it. When I was on that live, bro, they start saying, shut up, nigger. Go back to talking the dating stuff. We don't want to hear you saying this. Monkey. On my live. Bro, a lot of people come to my content. A lot of whites come to my content because I'll have a clip of a black woman losing her mind, shoplifting, and then acting like a victim when she gets busted doing it. And my message will be something like this, like, we got to stop this. There's no way that we could sustain the black image if we keep. But see, when white people were coming to my channel, they weren't coming for that. They were coming to see a monkey shoplifting and things like that. Anton Daniels perpetuates that. Where's the smoke for the white man? That's all we want to know. Listen, way before this Corey Holcomb show, I've done about 5 shows on him. I want to know, man, where's the smoke with the white man? I just want to know that you have it in you to take the fight to them. Because me, myself, brother, I bring the full clip to black women. I bring the full clip to black men. I got whole shows talking about what white people have done to us. Where are your shows? That's all Corey wanted to know. And the fact that he said no, and let us know, man, them's your people. Give me some pushback.
I don't know. I can't really give you no pushback because he didn't beat the allegations. He didn't speak on the white man. But he did say, I see him speaking on whites and all that. Like,
Name it. Name it right now live. Name
I
something that
probably
he's
can't
condemned
give it
black
to
white
you
men
right
for
now.
doing.
I probably can't give it to you right now. And like I said, look, I'm not trying to defend him. I'm not trying to defend him. I came on to be objective.
To communicate.
I respect that. Listen, I'm all about the pushback because that'll get us closer to the truth. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind people giving me pushback, man, because you may have seen something that I didn't see, but I'm going to stand firm on my stance till you give me correct, adequate pushback, until you can substantiate your claims. Listen, brother, I want to say it in the simplest terms. Why will Anton talk bad about black men but he can find nothing that white men are doing wrong that needs to be corrected. I can find plenty of things.
Question. That's a good question.
That's the problem we have.
And only he can answer that. And until he answers that,
or
I don't
not
blame
answer it.
Yeah.
Or he can refuse
Yeah.
to answer it and all. And that is an answer within itself. And that's the pushback. See, real ones, and I have my own definition of real ones. Corey Holcomb is a real, I can't picture Corey Holcomb being an informant. I can't picture him snitching. These are my definitions of real ones. Somebody who gonna stand firm on the battleground. I don't even believe Corey Holcomb will put himself in a predicament to where he has to compromise his integrity. You know how we know? Because he gave up the filming industry behind it. I watched the interview of his. He said there's things that he could have did to keep getting those movies. Even if it's not actual. It's look boy things. You my boy type stuff. Corey Holcomb is not going for no stuff like that, but it's apparent that Anton Daniels will. If I'm wrong, prove me wrong right now.
I'm not here to prove you wrong on that, buddy.
That's all I'm saying. That's where the smoke is at. You know what I mean? Listen, before that show, there were so many of us that was asking that question. Not because we want to mush something in your face or something like that, but my guy, I just need to make sure that the smoke that you have for the black community is coming from a good place. And if it's coming from a good place, that means you're impartial and you will deliver that same smoke to the doorstep of the white man. But you won't. So your smoke is not legitimate.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I agree with you on that.
I appreciate you coming up, brother. Man, so make sure you subscribe to the channel, man.
I'm already is, man. I told you from the jump, I mess with you, man.
My brother, I definitely rock back with you, man. You take care.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Y'all too. Have a good one.
You know it.
Bye-bye. I'm about to go too because I done got exhausted.
All right, I'll talk to you later, sweetie.
That made me exhausted. Bye, Stacy.
You take care, sweetie.
Okay, take care and keep your masculinity.
You already know.
Don't let nobody tamper with it. Don't let nobody.
Hey, she don't play about that.
No, I don't play about that. Y'all don't understand. All right.
All right.
Her and like I said, I was gonna go to Detroit one day, hang out with them and everything like that. Like I'm really, really, happy that him and his wife still together and all that, despite the problems. However, here's what we gonna have to understand. And while I'm so hurt, like really, about what happened and how he must feel, we as content creators gotta understand when we get into beefs with people, we put our family at risk, okay? Especially when people look at us for not being human. Let me explain what I'm saying. When you give harsh takes on the internet and your harsh commentary, for most content creators, it's just a story. We see something happen, we reacting to it, we don't know them, and we are not emotionally tied to the person in the story. Whether something happens to them, they get killed, it's their fault. But we fail to connect that somebody loves them or somebody is connected to that story. And we just give an opinion and move on. And so because we're so nonchalant about it, there's no emotion to it. And somebody like Anton Daniels, he reacts to videos, hundreds of videos every month. And you're just giving a oblique observation, non-emotional observation, pretty much ridiculing people, going after the black community. So what happens is people look at you as a person who don't give a right? You don't care about nobody else.
So the smoke can come to you and we don't expect you to act like a victim about it. As direct as the real Stacey Prince is, no one expects for some backlash to come my way and me be like, but y'all don't have the right to. Don't nobody expect that. 4 years you've been standing up, telling people how to move better, telling people what they're doing wrong, but when it come your way, you can't take it. That's crazy work. That's nuts. I don't even desire to be that caliber of man. I want to bump chests with you, right? This is why I live my life. I walk by a code because I don't desire that people can find skeletons in my closet. I want to be able to get up here and say the things that I say with my chest poked out, right? Because to me, that's part of what validates the information I give you guys. I don't want to be up here lying to you, telling you things because I'm eloquent with words, telling you things that I know sound itchy to your ears, make your ears dance, ear candy, things like that. But there's no substance, nothing I could use to, nothing substantive about it. I'm just up here talking. No, I want to tell you about the things that are real. I want to tell you about the things that are work. I want to talk to you about the things that are tried, tested, or proven. I want to put your face in this evidence that I have that suggests you are moving untowardly as a man, right? But I have to be able to stand on it. How the brother came up here, I told you. I told him, you give me pushback because maybe you saw something that I didn't see. I'll accept the condemnation. But now, this brother thought my family is shambles. And brother, if you are as smart, listen, check this out. If Anton Daniels is as smart and effective as he suggests, then does that mean that Stacey Prince is way smarter than him? If I knew that when I opened myself up to the public, that I stood a chance of opening my personal life up to scrutiny, and Anton Daniels didn't know that, does that mean that I'm smarter than Anton Daniels? It simply means that he knew. He's been knowing. He just needed to utilize this script that he's doing right now because he's putting together a civil suit. You can listen in his conversation. I've already done some research on whether or not he had a case, and he kind of has a case according to the information. It's going to be a lawsuit settled just to get rid of it.
You know, you don't have no sympathy or no love for anybody. Obviously, this is not true. Anton Daniels got responsibilities. He got people he loved, just like Corey Holcomb. I mean, he's also a harsh critic, you know, but he got people he loved. He got people he care about. He got people he's doing things for. But the problem is that when you come across like that, people don't look at you as a person anymore. They look at you as a person that is, you know, just a piece of shit. So what they start to do is they start to internalize you and everything about you as being evil. So it makes it, like I said, when somebody wants to come after you, they don't feel bad about talking about you in a negative way. Because once you start to say hateful things about the black community, or people think you're biased towards the white community or white conservatives.
And see, that's what it is. We believe he's biased towards the white community. How can you have day after day after day of smoke with black people like myself? We all know that I'm a harsh critic of the black community because it is the community that is my business. It is the community that I want to see excel first. So I'm on it. But you guys have saw my shows. I bring the smoke to white men as well. I speak about the injustices. I speak about the things that they have contributed to the black community that have us set back so far. And I speak unapologetically about it. I speak without stuttering about it. So why won't you? There must be a reason. Why won't you? I believe that is the core thing that Corey Holcomb wanted to get out of him. Say something out of, listen, unless you're willing to say that white America is perfect, then that means you got to know that there's something that they're doing that's wrong. I can name things right off the top of my head right now. So why won't you speak on those things that you know that are horrific? Why won't you speak on those things? All of these black people coming up, how many was it? How many black women are coming up missing a year? How many was it? 193,000. In 2024, 193,461 black individuals were reported missing. Who the hell you think is involved in that? Right? Let's talk about the children being touched. At the child, what's it called? Filming them. What's it called? Child. Dang, I forget what it's called. But when you film and stuff like that, at an 85% rate, that's white America. Now, I would like to think that all of us have love for these children who don't deserve this thing. Speak out against something that horrific and speak out against who's primarily doing it. Okay, now, sexual assault towards children. What was the rate? I think it was 70, 80% white. Speak out against something that important. But you won't, because the finger will start pointing in a direction that you don't want to go. Why not? Why don't you want to go there? I don't get it. And you know what? We can't make Anton say anything. But we can say, what is it about you that you will go full throttle against the black community, but you act like you don't even know anything that the white community is doing this wrong? How can it? Listen, check this out. According to Anton Daniels, Summer said that is his base of followers, 1,000%. But check this out. Let's say the black community, in the blink of the eye, got itself together and we stopped doing everything wrong. That means white America is continuing its debauchery. So why won't you speak out against that? Because as a nation, we still couldn't be whole if we cleaned our act up. Now, we should be only focused on cleaning our act up. But my point is this. If those high levels of evil are still persisting, that means you do have something to talk about. I don't think that Anton Daniels would like it if the black community cleaned themselves up, because he wouldn't have any content. But there will still be plenty of content if you just tell the truth about white community. But he can't do that.
Then anything associated with you should also be roasted up. Some people don't have a filter to say, wait, hold on 1 second. This is his daughter, or this is his wife. We shouldn't go there. Okay. Now, in the case of him and Corey, I think Corey was wrong for talking about his daughter, but I will say that he definitely, Anton Daniels, didn't help his case either, because what Anton Daniels was doing was aggravating Corey. Again, after the show was over, it was some animosity between the two of them. And then what Anton Daniels did was try to milk it. He basically tried to continue a fight with, number one, a legendary comedian, a person who don't have nothing to lose, and then a person that can come in and talk about anybody and hide it under the fact that it's comedy. That's what they can do. So now you're dealing with somebody who don't care you're beefing with, and you don't have the moxie to deal with somebody that's a Chicago stomp down gangster ass comedian that don't have no filter and will destroy anything in his path. None of us as content creators are ready to deal with somebody like, for the most part, Corey Holcomb, somebody that could just play dirty. I mean,
hey, people, get us over the 100 mark with these likes, YouTube. We got enough people. We got well over 100 people in here. Get us over that 100. We got 98 likes, people. Let's get us to that 150 like mark. Let's go. Hit that thumbs up button, YouTube. Rock with your brother like I rock with you. Tap that thumbs up button, people.
some people can, but not if you are a person
That's
that
what
has
I'm talking about. Let's go, YouTube.
like a wife, a daughter. You know, and they can get a hold of it. Of course, you're gonna use it, and then he can hide it underneath the guise of comedy.
Look at my people setting
attack
it
your
off.
wife. You know, as a man that have these things, and if it hurts you, it bother you, It might not bother you, but if it bothers your daughter breaks down crying, she has a nervous breakdown, and then your wife is looking at you like, see, because of what you're doing online, you have hurt my daughter. My daughter is innocent, but because of you did it.
It's the truth. My path that I chose. If someone wants to, I don't know what, go back and get one of my kids' 5th grade school picture, I did that.
And as a man, you got to stand on that. And, this is what the case is. So when your daughter is being hurt, then Anton has to look at himself in the mirror and say, what's going on with my daughter right now? I added to this. I'm part of the issue, or I'm all of the issue, however he wants to look at it. And it's unfortunate. And as content creators, we roll this dice every day with every upload that we make. And then sometimes when I give a take that's too harsh, I give a take that is, what I would say, too ostracizing of somebody, I got to record the video because we got to start thinking about what the other person is. Who is that person's family? Who loved them? Because I'm going to tell you like this, Anton Daniels for a certain while has chased being too polarizing.
I appreciate it.
I've seen other folks do that. Tommy
Screaming.
Sotomayor. And then when you're too polarizing, all somebody's going to do is come back and be too polarizing towards you. So you're going to get somebody who's more polarizing. Like none of us can get in the same frame as Corey Holcomb. He's a comedian. He don't care. He will take it there. There's no way you can compete with a person like that. There's no way if it go down, you can't go toe to toe with somebody like that because you can't really talk about him in a way that will roast him or make him feel bad because he just don't care. But if you have a daughter, you have a wife, and he's going to come and hit you there, and that hurts. But again, this is what happens when you're polarizing to everybody on the internet, and now it's your turn. And I feel for Anton. I really feel bad for what happened to him. But I hope that we all as content creators learn a lesson that if being polarizing just to
Hey, Brother James, I want you to know this. I don't know what I can't hear your tone, so I don't know. But from how I'm reading your comment right now, you're biased, right? We're not supposed to have that in us as men, right? We're supposed to be logic-filled. We're supposed to be able to look at things and accurately assess them. I'm going to answer your question right now. On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad was it for Corey to tell Anton to put his mouth on another man's ass? He didn't. He said that's what you're doing. But listen, I kiss my son's ass. I kiss my daughter's ass. Who cares? But we know that I won't say the opposite. That's how bad, brother, and I hope that answered your question. I won't even utter the thing that Anton said. I won't even utter it. I'll call myself an ass kisser. So what? So? I'm not emasculated. My spirit is not disturbed. I'm an ass kisser. I don't feel some type of way. But now that other thing, I would not dare utter it. I'd be looking for somebody in this room, somebody's ass to whip up in here, even if I said that about myself. Dang, Sylvia, I didn't know you had that type of mouth, sweetheart. She said, get the fuck out of it. Ooh, it's changed my view on you a little bit. I didn't even know you moved like that.
get a YouTube check or to grow in the community, it's chasing the bag. Then the consequence of that is your daughter have a mental breakdown. Your mom have a mental breakdown where the money ain't worth it no more because there's no amount of money that can stop Anton Daniels from what he's feeling right now. No, there's no amount of money. If your daughter, your wife is upset, there's no amount of.
Okay, well, come on up here then. How about we do it like that? We stop all of this. That's what that's for. Hey, I just dropped a link, and that I don't care if it's three of them. Sylvia, Brandon, who was the other? James. All three of you come up here and square off on me against one little old me. How about that? How about that? Since I'm scared. Or no, since I'm biased. It should be really easy for you guys to corner me and make my logic look shameful. There's a link right down there in the chat. I'll drop it again in case you didn't get it. This should be relatively easy for you guys if I'm just up here being biased, because you can poke holes in the logic of bias or the lack of logic in bias. You can poke significant holes in it easily, like I plan to do. I just dropped the link down there for 3 people. She said, let me get to my PC. No problem at all. I'll wait. B. Sydney definitely in this situation, rocking with us. Okay, my fault then. I must have misunderstood. I'm going to wait. Sylvia's going to her laptop. James, where you at, James? You hear what Mike said? Mike said you definitely been on Anton's back for a while. I don't know about bias. Everybody down here can tell you I've also given Anton props. I am a man of logic, not bias. I appreciate how he went from the hot dog uniform. I appreciate how he went from give me a hug for $1. I don't respect how he did it, but I'll just say this. There were more things that I used to think that I appreciated about him than has come to surface. I used to appreciate him talking about the family dynamic. I used to appreciate him talking about the nuclear family. I used to appreciate him talking about his marriage. But it's all turning out to not really be true. I'm not a biased man. My mom will tell you that. My mom will tell you that. If my dad is in the wrong, I'll roast him. I'll roast him on this live. I'll show the same smoke that you guys see. I'll give him a little bit more respect by not calling him a nigga or something like that. But I'll let him know, listen, I got statistics that can prove what you're saying is wrong. I agree, bro. I can't grow with bias. I gotta tell the truth because this show is not just for you guys. It's more for me than it is for you. I need to be the maximum of the man that I can be while I'm alive. And more and more and more and more accurate information will get me there. But what won't get me there is if I'm up here lying, subscribing to things that stunt my growth, being biased on things that are wrong. I can't grow to the maximus of the individual that I aspire to be if I'm doing that. You will never catch me up here siding with something that goes against logic, not to the best of my knowledge. I don't care who the individual is. You guys should know that about me by now. You guys know how I spoke about the woman Mika yesterday. I refused to say she was somebody's side chick. I gave her compliments on her demeanor and on her behavior until I find out otherwise. But other people will call her a side chick. Other people will say he's busting her down. If you guys haven't picked up on that about me yet, you haven't been paying attention. You haven't been paying attention. Listen, Malika said if Anton was not a hypocrite, he would get more respect. I swear right now that's true. I would respect him more. My question is legitimate. The smoke that you have for all of the damage that the white man does and has done If I don't even have to hear you say it every day, just be real with me. And then I will stand firmer on your motives behind saying the things that you say about the black community. There's a ton, probably listen. I agree with a lot of the things that Anton says about the black community. Some of them, but some of them, it sounds like it comes from a place of hate. Because when you start not making sense about some of the, when it sounds like you're yelling and you feel the hate, I don't think there's no truth in that. Tell me things that are true so I can say, no, he's got a point right there. I believe this. Oh, I didn't put that clip in. Can't believe that. Somebody said, hit the link. Link is down there in the chat. I allow any and everybody to come up and critique me. I have nothing to hide. If you prove one of my ideologies or viewpoints wrong, it got proved wrong in front of everybody. And I'm not going to argue with you when you do. I'm going to surrender my point and I'm going to take up your new ideology that you just taught me. And now I just got sharpened more. Now I am more enhanced. Now I am closer to the goal of becoming the Maximus of the man that I strive to be. Why would I sit here and argue with you and you just prove something legitimate to me? I'm going to say, brother, sister, you just made a pretty good point. And at this moment, I can't rebuttal you. And I just got sharpened. I'm closer to a powerful man now. Money Mike.
What's going on, brother? How you feeling?
Man, my life is amazing, man. Tell me how your night is going.
It's going well, man. I've been tuning in for a little bit over an hour now, man. I'm glad that you brought this up. Everybody seems to have this as something to talk about. But I was looking forward to hearing your take on it, and I like a lot of the things that you're saying. For the most part, I agree with most of almost everything you're saying. I do have a little bit of pushback, but I'm more on your side than anything.
Talk to me. Talk to me. Where's the pushback?
So I think it's very obvious as to why that man doesn't want to talk about the white community. Now, Stacey, you older than me. I'm only 38, so you the OG, and I'm sure you have a much better understanding about how the world works than I do. But what I will say is, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, because I want to learn as well. I don't want to be right. I want to get it right.
No doubt about it.
My understanding is right. My understanding is that in the black community, over a long period of time, we don't have the resources. We don't own enough to be able to take care of our own people. So most of the money that we get comes from people who don't look like us. And when you start to get a certain amount of money, you are beholden to not saying certain things that would offend your political connections.
Right.
I think Corey knew from the get-go when he got on, when Anton stated that Corey called him and said, "I want you on the show." Right? He said, "I want you on the show," and we're basically gloves is off. We're gonna go. We're gonna have a yeah. That's what
they said. Who called who?
Corey called him and invited him to the show.
Okay, I didn't know.
This is what Corey said.
Okay,
this is what Corey said. And he said that basically I think Corey was looking like, I think I agree with what you're saying. He was looking to kind of like expose Anton as like, you don't really fuck with the black community. You don't really mess with us. Right. But at the same time, I think Anton is, when you're a YouTuber and a streamer, you're much more cerebral and psychological about how you go about conversations. And I think Corey's much more a straight shooter. He's more of a hood guy. He's not standing for certain things. And I agree with a lot of what you're saying about the ass kissing versus the dick sucking thing. Excuse my French, but I also think that in this community, and I know that you come from a time in a generation where when you start talking about the penis and all that stuff, it's completely disrespectful. But I got to be honest, we living in a generation today where almost every other line from people who are younger than you is, "Hey, get off that man dick, you dick riding and this, that, and the third." You know what I'm saying? So that's just kind of where this generation is today.
I think D-riding, because I understand the concept of D-riding. It means you're being biased. But, bro, when you tell somebody to suck that, that's different, bro. I'm telling you. That thing carry a different tune with.
So I agree with you. I think, but I do think the way Corey presented it was, hey, he said you kissed the ass of white men. And so in response, he didn't say, hey, you be putting your mouth on the penis of black people. He said you suck the dick of black people. You get what I'm saying? Now
Stacey
again,
Prince. I kiss white men's ass. Bro, that didn't bother me. That didn't send a chill up my spine. Bro, that other one, y'all would see me on this thing kicking my own ass if I said that, man. I'm telling you. Give me a second, bro. Give me a second, bro. Sylvia.
Yes, sir.
You here?
Hey, good evening.
Tell me how your night is going.
My night is going good, Stacy. How you doing?
Listen, my whole life is great. Those ain't the lyrics, but that's the remix, okay?
Shout out to the chat. How's everybody doing?
Listen, so give me some pushback, Sylvia.
I think, and first of all, let me say this. I'm not the woman to get in grown men business, okay? But since this has been a topic, on multiple platforms, it blew up, it went viral, so, and then since it's, I'm being invited to share my
Right. I can
opinion.
respect that. I invited you up.
Cool. So, both men were disrespectful in their comment.
I agree with that.
Both men were disrespectful. Now, the comment that Corey made is more roundabout. Kissing ass. Oh, you kissing your ass, or you keep kissing his ass. That's more of a roundabout comment, that you would say in an everyday conversation. Boom. So Anton replied and say, well, like the gentleman up here say, oh, you sucking the dick of black people is what he said.
Listen, can we just say just suck? Because I just can't really stand to hear that phrase.
Man,
I'm not lying. That just sounds terrible, man. Just say suck and I'll get what you mean.
And so it was both disrespectful. But my thing is, when Corey said what he said, Anton, he perceived it, he took it the way he took it, and then vice versa. You cannot pick and choose how people respond to anything that you do. It would have been equally disrespectful if Anton just would have bust him in the face after he said kissing ass. You cannot choose how people respond to what you do. We all know it is a freedom of speech, but that's not to say it won't be consequences behind what you say to me. That's all I'm saying. So both comments was equally disrespectful.
They were not equal. They were not equally disrespectful.
They were equally disrespectful.
Hey, bro, do you think that they were equally disrespectful?
In our community, no.
One of those will get you removed from the planet fast. I live out here in LA. That last one that Anton did, I could show you guys on live video my life get took by saying that thing.
Ooh.
And see, this is why I respect what you said when you said I'm not one to usually get in men's business, because this is an element of men that you don't understand. That one thing, we don't play it. We don't play it. Listen, I got an uncle right now. My uncle's 70 years old, but he don't look it. If you invite that man to your body, he's got a track record. You invite that man to your body, it's just gonna get bad. It's gonna get bad. But listen, let's get to the bigger parts of this.
Mm-hmm.
Name me something that leads, and I'm not talking about the suck this or none of that. Outside of that, the critique that you've heard me have on Anton Daniels. Name something that I've either said wrong, or the information is bad, or that shows that I have bias against him. Name something wrong that I've ever said that insinuates I have bias against him.
Well, according to this situation, this topic, what we're talking about, like I said, both statements were disrespectful.
Nope, we ain't, like I said in the beginning, we're not bringing that up. Anything else? I've done 6 shows on Anton.
Okay. So this is the first show that I've tuned in with you.
Okay, so I'll give you some.
Okay.
I don't believe that his intentions towards the black community are pure. or authentic. I believe he has an agenda. I believe that he blew up by grifting and talking really badly about black people. I don't believe that the smoke that he has for the black community, he has for the white community. I believe that he has favoritism over white America, preferred to black Americans. I believe that Anton Daniels believes that if you don't have money, you're a piece of shit. I believe that he looks down on the black community without any resemblance of empathy or sympathy. What have I said that's wrong?
I agree with some of what you just said. I agree with some of what you just said.
That's my only smoke. I like that Anton Daniels brought himself up. I don't like how he did it, but I used to love how he used to talk about family. I used to love how he used to talk about his wife. I used to love that stuff because those right there are spearheads of community. Those are spearheads
But
of community. But
here's the thing.
it appears that the times he was talking about those things, it wasn't real. It was a facade until he got more money, right? So I can't honor that. If Corey is a DIC, he's going to show it. I respect that. None of us, there's nobody up here who could picture Corey Holcomb selling out the black community. Now, I'm going to ask you, Mike, could you picture him doing that?
No.
Taking a paycheck to degrade the black community. Could you picture him doing that really?
No, I couldn't.
Sylvia, could you picture Corey Holcomb slandering the black community for a paycheck? And if you say yes, I'm going to ask you to give me something from his past that suggests.
So let me say this: I don't really, listen or follow Corey, but just from what I've saw this, and I'm just talking about this one little interaction with him and Anton. I cannot see Corey doing that. He kind of a little too hood to
exactly. He stomped down individual. Listen, I don't incite Anton to be hood or anything like that because as blacks, we got to grow out of a lot of those hood elements because they're hindering us from becoming as great as we can be because we are God's chosen people. We're just not
Corey
acting
ain't
like
there.
it.
Corey is hood. Yeah, Corey ain't
there. No,
yet.
but my thing is this. Whatever he is, he's standing in it. Anton is not. Those are people who you have to watch. I had been hailing Anton and rocking with him since the Lapeef Network because I thought that this was a family man. I thought he stood on the family unit. But man, you're a married man. You're talking about how this affected your daughter. How do you think it affects your daughter for her to be seeing you out here against the woman that your daughter loves, her mother, and you got this other woman over here talking about, that's mine's right there. That's my Mika there.
Okay, let me speak on that. Okay, because Anton, he claimed to be married, and then we know he have a daughter with his wife. How do we know what their lifestyle is? How do we not know that the way his relationship is set up, he can have multiple women?
No, but you're missing my point. You're missing my point.
Wait a minute.
Hold on, Sylvia. Hold on, Sylvia. You got to hold on. I've addressed that several times up here. I said, even if he has an arrangement inside of his marriage, now I need you to listen to this, even if he's allowed to have orgies in his house, where does that make it okay for his daughter to have to see it, but it's not okay for her to have to see a picture that she most likely put up on the internet? It's about respect, whatever you do. It's always about respect.
That's a good point. You have a good point there.
All I wanted from Anton was respect. Like, man, because you make us look bad. He says he's a reflection of what black men should be. Bullshit. See, me, forget this picture that Corey put up. You know what I would have a huge problem with? I could talk my daughter out of that picture. I could tell my daughter, listen, don't worry about that damn picture. You better not be over here crying. You are great. You're going to have your own business. We're going to get your LLC tomorrow. We're going to go over here and get your wholesale. You whoop this type of stuff with success. But here's where I can't give her a pep talk. If she sees me on the internet degrading her mother, how is that not worse than the picture? So we got to come to an understanding of who is Anton. Do you really care about your daughter being affected, or do you not?
So
Because I would
let
care
me.
more if my daughter saw me up here flirting with other women on other podcasts talking about I got hoes. Is my mama one of your hoes then?
So let me ask you a question. So I agree with you. I agree with you. And to further the point of what you're saying, I have heard on several different occasions Anton has said in a lot of his live streams, "F them kids," regarding to other people's children. I've heard him say
100%.
it.
100%.
So it can't be "F them kids" in one sentence, and then at the same time, oh, have sympathy and prayers for my family and my children, my child. Now,
1000%.
what I will say to you, and I have a question for you at the end of this, Brother Stacy. We see what Anton is doing. It happens in almost, if you're a black person and you are making waves on the internet and you are getting a lot of attention and you seem to be standing on a certain level of principles that can fix our community, somebody is going to throw you a check to control you.
You better know that.
And if you, exactly, and if you take the check, you now have an obligation to never ever say anything that would offend those people or the people who look like those people, in regards to how you move. And so,
1000%.
my question to you, Brother Stacy, is I don't even think I got to ask you, would you take the check? I don't even have to ask that to you. But what I do want to know is there not any realistic understanding as to once you go there, why you wouldn't go and say the things like he does say things about white people, but it's never half as harsh as it is about black people. So I
We
just want to
want to know
understand.
what you have to say about the white man and the debaucherous behavior he has exhibited. We don't want to hear you, well, white women need to do this. No, we're talking about the real bad stuff that we all know has taken place. What was your
Yes,
question,
and he
brother?
he actually he said in the live stream, yeah, I was just asking like if you was if you were getting a check, would you sacrifice your money and the money that they gave you to continue or to start live streams and like you've done in the past where you do address the things that the white man has done to the black community to go against us? Would you say it after you've already accepted the check? Would you be comfortable in risking the money and say, you know what, I'm going back to what I used to do?
I already got propositioned twice.
I believe you.
It was by one of them was by somebody who was connected to white college professors. They're gonna give me the money I need to push my channel, but they're trying to control me. That sounds too much like what these stipulations you got sound too much like control to me. I'm not that
That's exactly
individual.
what happened.
Listen,
Yes, sir.
my family, bro, I come from, you know what I'm talking about, the black family, stomp down family. Man, they would never look at me the same, bro. I couldn't do that, man. I couldn't do that.
Absolutely. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Yeah. So I'm gonna get off your live. I appreciate you for having me. To end it off, all I would simply say is, man, I did have a lot of respect for Anton. He took an L in this one. In my opinion, I felt like intellectually, Corey isn't the kind of person I want to see him go against. I want to see him
Right.
go against somebody who has real historical knowledge that can combat a lot of the things that Anton says, because he says a lot of things that aren't true when
Right.
it comes to like history, and he gets to slide under that. But he
I agree.
strategically picks people who doesn't
I
know
agree.
their history.
I
Yes,
agree, bro.
yes.
I agree with everything you
Thank you,
just
brother.
said.
I'm gonna continue to watch from the side, but thank you for having me. Keep doing your thing. I love you, man. I learned a
Love
lot
you,
from you,
brother.
man. Keep doing what you're doing.
Love you, brother. I appreciate your support. Sylvia, you still here?
I am.
Okay. Genius. What is it?
Yes, yes, sir. Greetings, man.
Greetings, man. Tell me how your night's going, brother.
My night's going well. I'm viewing your show. I'm a big fan of yours.
I appreciate you.
Keep up with the greatness.
What's your
Same here.
thoughts on the show tonight, brother?
I'm gonna start off with a question. Everybody assumes or believe that Anton is not pro-black, right?
Right.
The fact that he called Corey a de-essing,
Right.
it seems like nobody realized that he's actually proven, he's confirming that he's not for us just by the fact that how he disrespected and insulted Corey.
I think the problem, brother, is I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I think the big problem that the black community has with Anton, the black community wanted to love Anton.
I agree.
I
Yes,
was rocking with
I,
him.
I agree.
But
I
it
agree.
came to a point where I started hearing, I'm like, this is getting a little bit out of hand. And then I would forgive him because, see, I'm a businessman. I know when
Mm-hmm.
I hear good business talk, right?
Yes,
Anton, before he became the businessman that he is now, I knew what he was doing. He didn't have the money then, but he was projected based on information that he had in his heart and in his mind that he knew to be correct. The reason I knew that is because I had that moment in my life where I could say things and I just knew what I was talking about, right? And I knew that if these
yes,
things were implemented later on, something would happen that would affirm it. So I respected that he had something in him that he knew if he got the right resources and tools, he could turn into something. Anton was basically talking about things before he really got them. You know what I mean?
I
He was
agree.
talking
I
like he had things before he got them. But I don't consider that a lie. Most people would say that that's a lie, talking about you got this and you got that. But in my opinion, I believe Anton already knew he was capable of acquiring those things. They just didn't follow in chronological order like he wanted them to. So a
I
lot of
agree.
people
I agree.
wanted to believe in Anton, but man, at a certain point, man, it sounds like you hate black people, especially when you say, I hate you niggas. I hate you.
Yes,
Like, damn, bro.
exactly. Exactly.
Like when
Exactly.
he said hate, it sound like hate. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes. And the fact that Corey was asking them to specify certain things, not against us, but against the white community, he was shifty. He was moving the
Yeah.
goalposts. And if you paid attention to detail, right off the rip, Anton was being condescending towards Corey right when the interview started.
I
And
agree.
when
I
and
agree.
when Corey asked him, did he not identify himself as a black man himself, he labeled himself Christian. Oh, I'm a Christian first. Again, he was shifty, moving the goalpost, and every time Corey wanted him to specify something against the white community, Anton kind of like just was triggered.
I agree. I agree.
He was dodging.
And see, that's the problem we have, man. Ain't nobody trying to pick on you. We want answers. How you guys
Exactly.
came up here, I welcome. I welcome because I owe you guys answers. I owe that by
Yes.
taking this
Yes.
position. Now, brother, you
Yes.
give us the answers to the questions we have to you. You owe us that. You've put yourself in this position. I shouldn't
Yes.
have to
Yes.
rely upon the energy of the universe to just believe you. You should allow me to critique you and see then upon my own understanding. No, I believe in this brother right here. Give us that
Right.
opportunity. Give people the
Right.
opportunity to critique you and answer them fairly. Because without that, you're hiding something. Why won't you talk about these people?
Exactly. And this is what what's upsetting me right now is, I'm old school also. When was caught saying that D phrase acceptable?
Woo!
That was never the case. You never ever thought about saying that to another man
I
unless you
believe
was
this
willing
is
to
the
lose
first
your life.
time we've heard it in a very long time.
I have a
Okay,
problem
I
with
got a question.
that.
Can I interrupt
Yep.
y'all, gentlemen? I got a question right there.
Hold on, hold on, hold
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
on, hold on, real quick. Was you done,
Okay.
brother?
Yeah, she can go ahead. Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So I'm listening and understanding how you all take the D word, right? I get that. I'm listening. I
Yes,
get
ma'am.
that. So why didn't Corey go out back? If he felt that disrespected, why he didn't go out back? Just answer me
Ma'am,
that. If that was
uh,
why he didn't go out back.
may I,
No, I
sir?
was waiting on you. You
Yeah,
said, yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
yeah, yes,
If you
yes.
know, again, you have to go back and pay attention to details. Once Corey proved his masculinity to Anton, and he wanted to see if Anton would meet him there. When Anton didn't, Corey, when he sat down, he threw his hands up because Anton showed him what he needed to see. There was no need for Corey to
And
go out
then he
back.
asked him to say it again. He didn't say it.
Exactly.
But why?
Exactly.
But why he gotta say it again? If you so offended as a man at the phrase,
Because
why he gotta
that's
say
how
it?
men talk, sweetie. I've said that
Oh,
several
Yeah.
times. Nigga, say it again.
Yeah.
let me know.
It's how we
Okay,
talk.
let me know. Right.
Yeah.
Because you just gotta
Yeah.
say something disrespectful to me one time.
No, but
That's
us
it.
saying say it again, that is us. You know how on
Exactly.
races they be like, on your marks, get set, go, pop. That's what we doing when we
Exactly.
say that. That's the initial of setting it off for real. You say it again,
Yes.
and it's going down. That's our
Yes.
challenge to you that I wish you
Okay.
would.
Oh, all right. All right. Okay.
But listen,
I
I'm going to say this. I'm glad he didn't lose any money, but there's a part of me that wanted to see Corey go out back with him. But I think maybe
too.
I can't say whether Corey was scared. I don't do that padding for nobody. I wish that
Right.
I had have got to see him jump up and stand on business, but I can't say if Corey thought I got millions of dollars. I got the fifth. I can't say what he thought. You know what I mean? But it didn't happen.
Yes.
I'm kind of glad it didn't happen because I don't want to see either of the brothers lose, no significant
Yeah, right.
money or anything to their businesses or whatever.
Right.
But what I'm telling you is when a man says, now that right there, I can say I've said that like, I don't know how many times, even to a cousin. Say it again, nigga.
Exactly.
That's just how we are. That's how we talk.
And Mr. Stacey, if I may ask, how many times when we were young, we were in a situation like that, and if you didn't say it again, it was squashed.
1,000%. 1,000%. That's
I want
what
her
we
to
call
see
the
that
bow
that's how
out.
we
That's
are.
how you bow out of a scrapping situation.
Exactly. So, ma'am, that's what Corey was doing when he fulfilled his part. That was it. He sat down and then Anton kept antagonizing him again, being condescending and slick, and Corey got flared up again, and then it ended that with him naming the woman who had nothing to do with what, and he told him be gone.
I agree. Listen, Sylvia, I want you to, because I'd like to square this off. I want you to, anything that I've said, tell me what I have said that would not, I'm not saying that you believe it, but tell me something that I have said that is inaccurate, wrong, or would lead one to believe that I have bias against Anton.
I'm just talking about bias against just this situation. Like I said, I haven't heard you, just speak on Anton outside of just this situation.
Because
So
I
this
don't
is
have
what I'm-
bias. That's what I wanted to establish. I don't have bias.
Yeah,
Corey, I rock
can't
with
say
Corey
how you-
Holcomb, but not enough to support a wrongdoing of his when I see it. I don't rock with anybody that tough. Like, I'm up here. These are my people. When I'm up here, this is my family up here. I can't give y'all bad information. And that's really important to me, right? I can't have somebody coming back months later with a clip of mine where I clearly misled y'all. So my thing is logic, historical data, facts. I'm really a problem solver. I solve problems. I use certain resources in order to break down certain of our topics and give my best conclusion on them. That's what we're doing up here.
Thank you. And if I may add, Anton gave a little bit of bad information when he said that when Corey was mentioning about slaves being brought here, Anton shouted, "They all were sold," and that's fact. And Corey asked him, "You mean all of them? If it was 3 million, you mean every last one of them?" That's not true.
We know that's not true because they still going over there stealing them right now.
Thank you. Exactly. And none of them being sold today. Thank you. It was the POWs that was mostly sold during then. And back then, it was slavery was like a form of servitude. And that's how that was the African mindset. So they thought they was selling slaves away.
They didn't know they was coming over here getting skin ripped off of them, getting their balls and stuff cut off. They didn't listen.
Exactly.
I don't listen. I am grateful. Listen to me. I am grateful that we were sold into slavery because we wouldn't be experiencing this amazing life, right? But here's the problem. The Americans weren't the first ones to establish slavery. It's all throughout the Bible. Here's where America's guilty. You can look this up for yourself right now. It wasn't the selling of the slaves that was the bad thing. It was how you treated us once we got here. It was you tying 100 slaves to the end of a chain, chain goes from this person's neck to the person behind him.
Yes.
And then when you
Yes.
see the Coast Guard coming up after they abolished slavery, you throw the boulder over into the ocean and drag 100 slaves down to the bottom of the ocean. It's what you did to us that was bad. And listen, if you look this up, historically, there has never been any other worse recorded treatment of slaves in history.
Exactly. I agree. Exactly.
And listen, I'd like to hear Anton talk about that. You see what I'm saying?
That's not gonna happen. That is not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen.
People, all of my people, at Anton Daniels right now, tell him I want to square off with him.
Please do.
I'll get this thing together. Like I don't seek to have any malice or anything like that, or I want to prove you wrong because I'm better. No, I want to have a reasonable conversation to where I can see who you really are, and to where hopefully you can get a glimpse of who I am, whether or not my intentions are pure. Because if once we have this conversation, I don't believe Anton Daniels to be a dummy. I don't believe him to be a dummy, but I believe myself to be adequate enough to pull the right truths out of him and not let him evade my questions and things like that. And that's how some people escape these good opportunities to have good conversations, because they will evade certain questions, or they'll say, I'm not answering that. Well, if you're not answering, we're going to stop this conversation right now, because that's how we have a conversation.
Exactly. He's the type of person you have to be well prepared for.
There's a portion of that I agree with. But my thing is, he's so arrogant to where I don't think that Anton Daniels would allow somebody to see him run or anything like that. I just think he would do what he did with Corey Holcomb. Corey said, say something about the white man. He said no. I couldn't believe that. It's when they were yelling at each other, but I was like, dang, he said no.
Can I ask you a question?
Talk to me.
Why is it that when people hear reparations, they automatically think it's always monetary? It's more than monetary.
I
Am
agree
I
with
correct
you on
with
that. I agree.
So why
give
is
us
it
some
that
land? Give us some land. Give us all. Listen. Give us all of the royalties to our catalogs in the music industry. Give us the ability to give us some stuff like that.
Yes. Because I have a feeling people react when they hear when I don't agree with what he said about us about reparations and all that, but don't look at it as just monetary.
Like we just begging for money.
Exactly.
That's how Anton likes to look at that. I don't agree with waiting on reparations. I say forward march. We need to start our own committee. We need to be led out of darkness by a panel of 7 of proven geniuses who have a track record of problem solving. We need to give them authority over us, myself included, to be led out of our darkness by them. But until we can do that, we will remain stuck. And even if they gave us something for reparations, we wouldn't know how to adequately utilize the resources to benefit us as a whole. We need to be led out of our darkness.
I agree, 100%.
Can I speak on the reparations part?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so my thing is about reparations, and just from listening to the conversation, and y'all just mentioned slaves, right, and the treatment of slaves from Africa. So I have a different a different view of that, because my genealogy, right, and I'm just speaking on me. I can't speak for every melanated person. I cannot speak for every melanated person, but my genealogy doesn't show that I'm from Africa, right? My genealogy does show, my research does show that, I have a 5th great grandfather that was a slave for the Cherokee tribe, right? So I can't prove that my ancestors come from Africa, but I do see a slave that was owned by the Cherokee tribe. So for my family, the rest of us descendants of that 5th great grandfather, we have gotten our reparations as a family, as a generation, as generations to come. We have got that reparations in the form of land. We have all got that reparation in the form of land. So back in the day, it was the phrase 40 acres and a mule. So now they actually giving 40 acres and a house,
Okay.
right? So the tribal community, they have their own set of government.
Tell me what your point is, though.
My point is, they are not. They're only giving reparations for people who were enslaved by the Indian tribes. That's who the reparations are for. Now,
Not in
I'm not
California.
saying, okay, so I'm
Exactly.
not saying those, who are of African descent, right? If you believe your family is really of African descent, I'm not saying that you are not entitled. But here, where I am in Indian country, the reparations come to us as land and other government subsidies.
Pass the joint in this situation, rocking with us. I appreciate the love. Hey, listen, I need 10 new subscribers. If you're not a subscriber of the show, I need you guys to hit that subscribe button right now, and I'll see it down there at the thing. Give me a thumbs up after you hit the subscribe in the chat.
And
There's it.
Sylvia,
I'll let one more person come up. I'm dropping a link down right now if you want to come up. Go ahead, brother.
yeah, Sylvia, I'm kind of glad you brought that up because it shows how important we as a people, our nation, blacks and indigenous, need to know our history. In
Yep.
order for us to understand what type of reparations we want to make demands of, we need to know our history, not just our lineage, but our history of being here, how we got here, and who we're from.
Right, right.
Because I can ask you this. You mentioned Cherokee, right? Cherokee.
Lock in with us, Ruth. Hit that subscribe button.
Now it was split in two nations, right? Since that split, do y'all get the same type of reparation? Because you have the Western.
The Cherokee tribe gives the same benefits to melanated, right?
Right.
Tribal members as
Hey,
the
I gotta pull this together. We can't really get into that right now. I gotta go ahead and get ready to
Okay.
shut the show down. I appreciate you
Got
guys
you,
for
bro.
coming up here and rocking down with me. Make sure you stay tuned. We
Yes,
lock
sir.
in every day.
Okay. Thank you.
You guys take care. Sylvia.
All right.
My girl. Listen, those of you who don't know, you could do one-on-one sessions with me. All you got to do is go to any of my social media, go down to the link tree, book one-on-one session. Dang, I can't do it right now. It's a little bit too late. Shout out to DJ, my brother. I don't have that thing up here. Where is it at? Listen, people, I definitely appreciate you guys rocking out with us. If you rock with the show, hit that subscribe button so you know whenever we go live, which is every day. I got to get up out of here, got things that I have to do, but I definitely appreciate you guys getting out here today and rocking with us when you could have been out at the club and electric slide. Do they do the electric slide anymore? Whatever. Get off of my back. Listen, you know what it is, people. We're out of here. Shout out to all of my people. My day ones and my stay ones. You know what it is.